Kim Reynolds better on The Truth with Lisa Booth. And make sure to listen to The Truth with Lisa Booth every Monday and Thursday and all throughout the week on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
An official message from Medicare. Did you know Medicare.gov/care has information about healthcare providers in your area? At Medicare.gov/care, you can find and compare hospitals, doctors, nursing homes, and more. See detailed information on quality of care and how patients rate their experience. Visit Medicare.gov/care today. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
The smart seller is a timely seller, and the time is now to sell your used car. If you're doing a trade-in, go to GiveMeTheVin.com. Get a second offer. Second offer never hurts anything. GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer. The market is starting to come down, so get it while there's still some left. Normal prices are just around the corner. I'd hurry up if I was you. GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Incubus. Live. July 24th, I Think Financial Amphitheater. One incredible night with Incubus. And very special guest, Sublime with Rome. Incubus. On sale now. Buy tickets online at livenation.com. Don't miss Incubus. Live.
Unfortunately, time does not stop for any of us, but when you visit Begin a New Med, Jupiter's premier luxury med spa, you will sure feel like you did reverse those hands of time. Hey, this is Franny. As you age, you may notice a lack of libido, weight gain, hair loss, and for most, some exhaustion. But what if I told you that Begin a New Med Spa could help fix all of that? They have an excellent sexual health program with a wide range of solutions to improve your sexual health and make you and your partner happy again. If you're dealing with hair loss, their platelet-rich plasma therapy helps stimulate hair growth, no need to undergo surgery, and hair transplants. And if you're dealing with fatigue, low libido, weight gain, or difficulty sleeping, then the testosterone replacement therapy may be right for you. All you have to do is set up a consultation at Begin a New Med Spa, and their incredible professional staff will get you down the right path to feeling and looking your best. They also specialize in Botox for men and laser hair removal and tattoo removal. Check out all they have to offer at beginanewmed.com. That's beginanewmed.com.
Almost 3 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage, the world's only nose cleaner that helps flush out airborne germs with powered suction. But what do doctors have to say about Navage? Here's Dr. Tonya Farmer, a board-certified ear, nose, and throat specialist.
Most airborne allergens and viruses enter through your nose. When that happens, it can cause congestion and irritation, and that just makes you feel miserable. You can get a cold, you can get flu, sinus infections, or even worse. Flushing your nose with a saline solution is the most effective way to flush all of those dangerous threats out of your nose. So now when patients come in my office, I tell them I highly recommend that you use Navage on a daily basis for overall good health and wellness.
And Navage is all natural and drug-free at Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with internet for $30 a month with no annual contract required. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Call or go online today to learn more. Offer ends 8/28/2022. Restrictions apply. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Equipment, installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends
friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Some things sound so good you can almost taste it. Like Bluebell Strawberry Lemonade Ice Cream. Delicious strawberry ice cream swirled with lemonade sherbet and sprinkled with lemon-flavored flakes. It's better than you can imagine.
The good old days are being made right now.
The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at all Winn-Dixie supermarkets.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
Smooth ride if you're getting on 95 right now anywhere in Palm Beach County. Really busier in the Boca area, but not seeing any tie-ups. Hit and run just inside Broward. So if you're heading northbound towards Boca, this is northbound 95 just south of 10th Street in Deerfield Beach, but not blocking lanes. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
You may know that the Star-Spangled Banner was written during the Battle of Baltimore, but did you know that it wasn't adopted until 1931 and was written by a tone-deaf lawyer? Be sure to listen to this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is WCCR FM, West Palm Beach, Real Radio 92.1, powered by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Been in an accident? Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter the keyword GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, on our website, realradio921.com. That's GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, on our website, realradio921.com. Good luck from Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Good morning. Today is a very special day.
It's a very special day. Why is today a special day?
Because today is TGIM. That's right.
Today is...
Thank God it's Monday. Thank God it's Monday.
Wait, is that a real thing? Is that a real thing?
Why, yes, it is.
Google it.
You can Google it. It's worth a Google.
I don't need to.
I believe you.
You know what else I just realized? It's showtime.
Color me happy. There's a sofa in here for two.
First time in an elevator.
Penthouse. The Penthouse.
Yes.
Wow, great view. I bet you can see all the way to the ocean from out here.
Penthouse, top floor, got everything I need and a lot more. High ceilings, marble floor, and my penthouse.
Hey, Mr. Greek, can I get your autograph?
Hey, Greek, what's happening, pal?
I'm 6 deep behind a 4. You can't find me.
Oh my God, it's Greek!
You're listening to The Penthouse. Here's The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
It is The Penthouse on a Monday. Good morning, everybody. I hope you had a good weekend and got outside and enjoyed yourself with this hot South Florida weather. You still got 9 chances every day to win $1,000, which is nice. Who doesn't want $1,000 put in their pocket? I went and dropped all my change yesterday in Publix, and I feel like a winner. So if you win $1,000, you'll feel like a big winner. 11:45 today, we got tickets to Incubus. You'll enjoy that show, and you can rock out with them. Compliments of us. Francis is out. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello and good morning. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, Jimmy.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
TGIM.
TGIM.
Thank God it's Monday. Here we are.
You don't hear that much.
Not too often.
No, you don't. That's a good one.
But today is, I think it's like Monday Appreciation Day. It's one of the, there's always 80 gazillion national holidays, right? And I think one of them is thank God it's Monday. So here we go. Let's be thankful. It's here. We're Monday. We're alive. We're kicking. We're at work. And we're going to have some fun.
All right. Sounds like a good plan. I'm in. Can I ride on that bus with you?
Sure. Yeah.
You can get involved with us a few ways. We always tell you guys, we try to tell you periodically, sometimes once an hour, sometimes we get sidetracked, but you can call us, 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. You can email Jimmy at realradio921.com.
Yeah, we've had some email entries lately, too. So keep them up. Yeah, flood my email.
And we have a new feature that is just taking the MVP every day, it seems like.
Talk about blowing it up, boy. I tell you what, this has been great, too. If you've got the latest iHeartRadio app on your phone, go there, search for Real Radio 921, and you're going to see a little microphone in the middle of our screen there. And if you press that microphone, you can leave a message for us, and I'll get them. We'll play them back on the air if you don't swear, and keep it nice and clean and have some fun with this. Usually we have some theme going on, like does Greek smell nice today, and people leave messages or things like that. So no, but it's a great way to interact with the show. So please go there and interact with us. We love it.
That's right. You guys get involved. Like I said, we always love you getting involved with us. Mondays, are they tough for you guys to go back to work more in the summer than the winter? Let us know about that. That's on the table right out of the gate. Some people have a hard time in the winter. And down here, I mean, it's a semi-winter. It's not really a winter, but it does get a little bit colder. But when it's really super hot, I hear people say, oh, I'm missing a beach day, or I could be at a pool or playing golf. But it's been hot. This July, to me, seems like it's been hotter than normal. But maybe it's just me.
It was brutal yesterday. And I tell you what, coming from me. This is coming from me. I love the heat. I love it. I was outside yesterday doing some yard work and things around the house. And, man, I was just dying. It was just pouring off of me, the water. And it was unbelievable because, I'm inside all day.
Yeah.
By the time I get done, it's 6, 7 o'clock at night. I'm, home or in the evening, I should say, not at night. So it's not as hot, so I don't experience the temperatures. And, you don't, you leave here and you go out to your car and you leave to go down to the other show.
Yeah.
So you're outside for a little bit so you can kind of, during the middle of the day, right? Mm-hmm. I don't ever really sense that because I don't go outside.
Yeah.
And for the people out there to work in this, God bless you, because it is tough.
Oh, yeah. With roofers, construction, anybody, landscaping.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Doing physical labor out in this type of heat has just got to be brutal.
Oh, yeah, it is. Like I said, I feel this July is a little bit warmer, and it could be me, but I just feel like it's just a little bit hotter. You can't even go outside if I want to grab a cigar. Sometimes it's like, wow, like you said, and you're just sitting there.
Yeah.
So I can't even imagine working. The NFL today, rookies go to camp. So I can't imagine the weight they're going to lose when they get into camp today in the NFL, especially down here with the Miami Dolphins, because it's going to be packed. But
is that an indoor facility, though?
Jimmy, I don't know.
Because I think a lot of them are, too. But still, I'm sure there's going to be doing drills and whatnot in actual on the field, in the stadium. So that's outdoors, and that's obviously going to be hot.
I think you're right for the Dolphins. Mm-hmm. I think it's indoor.
And it's everywhere, too. It's going to be every team. It's everywhere. We're under a heat wave everywhere. Yeah. My brother's up in Jersey, and he said it is just unbelievably hot.
Yeah, it is. There, it's like you said, it's everywhere. You just feel it. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like I said, to me, it feels a little bit warmer this July. I was at the casino Thursday night. It felt warm in there.
Yeah, well, when you're losing, money. I
felt weird. I felt weird. I walked in, did not do any betting, and it's just, I don't know, man, totally different when you walk in there than when you're there goes my TV camera. Speaking of camera, go to our website, Real Radio. And
go to Real Radio 921 and look under Real TV, and you can see the ceiling.
You can see the ceiling right now because my camera just dropped. You can see Jimmy, me, and Francis every day. Sponsored by Monroe's of Palm Beach. Don't forget, this Saturday night, Christmas in July.
Yeah, ho, 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 baby.
That's right. Don't wait till the end of the year to get a girl be naughty on your lap. This Saturday, it's Christmas in July.
Take a present with you.
That's right.
Or get a present.
You might get one.
Yeah, get a lap dance. That's like getting a present, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Greek. It is Jimmy. It is the Penthouse. We'll talk about something that annoys people a lot of times. When somebody doesn't hold the door for you. And I think a lot of time it's just your mood. But sometimes people, they get loud with people. And you'll hear some nice words when somebody walks away. It is the Penthouse. We'll be back. Peace.
The visual aid you need for all the freaky stuff we talk about on the radio. Find it at realradio921.com.
Make this the year you go to our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Friday, September 23rd and Saturday the 24th. Buy your tickets now at AXS.com.
Stream it free on the CW app and CWTV.com.
Brought to you by T-Mobile. Switch to the network with more 5G bars in more places so you can experience your music whether you're streaming from home or from the front row. Plus, customers can get closer to the festival with VIP access. Only from the leader in 5G coverage. T-Mobile.
Recently, a new client called me and started by saying, "Mr. Morgan, I really need your help, but I'm just a nobody." Those words stunned me, and I immediately called him back, and we're now helping him and his family after a terrible accident. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Everybody who comes to our firm at their time of need is a somebody. I grew up poor, but my grandmother was like a queen to us. At Morgan & Morgan, our goal is to level the playing field for you and your family at your time of need. The insurance company has unlimited money and resources. You need a firm who can fight them toe-to-toe. For right at 30 years, we have fought them in courtrooms throughout America. Our results speak for themselves. And always remember this, everybody is a somebody, and nobody is a nobody. Visit forthepeople.com to learn about our firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Experience the relaxing pleasure of kava at Island Root Kava Bars. Their drinks relax your mind, body, and soul. 8 convenient locations from the Palm Beaches to Melbourne with happy hour specials daily from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit islandroot.com for more.
Hey, it's the Greek. Are you tired of having pain in your shoulders, your hips, your elbows, and you just don't feel great? And maybe your golf game or your tennis game's not what it once was. Well, it's time to call QC Kinetics with 8 clinics in South Florida. QC Kinetics is treating people every day with advanced regenerative medicine, giving people back their lives and going out enjoying life, especially all over South Florida. It's QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. They're doing it every single day and helping you, using the power of your own body healing agents to repair and restore damaged tissue so you can live again. If you're tired of the pain and tired of using steroids and pain pills and hate the idea of surgery, this is a solution you've been waiting for. Emmett Smith and other high-profile people have been talking about it for years. Why not get a free consultation? Call QC Kinetics to learn more about this treatment and the benefits from it. From Coral Gables to West Palm Beach. Call now, 954-787-PAIN. 954-787-PAIN. QC Kinetics, 954-787-PAIN. It's time to get life back and live pain-free.
Doug. Chances are you're jamming in your car right now. And since Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance so you only pay for what you need, Limu and I are going to show you some safe car dance moves. Hit it. Everybody, check your blind spots real quick. Now hands on the wheel. Put them 10 in 2 and move your head like a bird do. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done, with 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Doug.
Chances are you're jamming in your car right now. And since Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance so you only pay for what you need, Limu and I are going to show you some safe car dance moves. Hit it. Everybody, check your blind spots real quick. Now hands on the wheel. Put them 10 in 2 and move your head like a bird do. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
What can you hear on the free iHeartRadio app? Well, let's do it. Everything. Tap radio to listen to live radio stations from across the country and around the world. Need a playlist to fit your mood or set the mood? We got them from working out to chilling out and everything in between. And nobody has more podcasts than the free iHeartRadio app. Uncover unbelievable true crime stories or laugh out loud comedy podcasts from the biggest names in the business. Download the free iHeartRadio app.
Are an iHeart. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in The Penthouse on a Monday. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for listening to Real Radio. Don't forget 9 chances today with the keyword to win $1,000. Make it happen. It's hot outside. That'll make you feel very, very cool. Francis is out. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good morning.
And common courtesy, there is common courtesy to a lot of things. Maybe on an airplane, maybe when you're at a restaurant, just being nice, or maybe just the simplest thing is holding somebody's door. And over the years, I've heard a lot of people use some words I can't use on the radio when somebody doesn't hold the door. And I know, Jimmy, you got something where some guy was a little bit not happy.
Yeah, well, this didn't turn out too well. Joshua Murray, 25, had held the door open for 2 female customers outside a Family Dollar store on Saturday, around 3:15 p.m. Unfortunately, that led to an arrest. Why? Because the Nimrod decided to point his gun at them because they didn't say thank you.
That's deep. Wow.
A witness reported Murray was upset after not receiving a thank you, leading him to point his firearm at them. Murray did not have a permit for said firearm, which is a felony. Hamden police responded to the scene and located Murray about a half mile away on Helen Street, where he interfered with the arresting officers. No one was injured, though, fortunately. That's the good part, right? There was no injuries. Nobody was shot or anything like that. But he was charged with carrying a pistol without a permit, 2 counts of breach of peace in the 2nd degree, and interfering with a police officer. He is scheduled to appear in court on August 2nd and was held on $25,000 bond. But yes, that is when you don't say thank you and it goes wrong.
That's pretty deep.
Oh my goodness.
That's somebody.
Thank you. Is that better for you?
Yeah, that's somebody who's not playing with a full deck of cards.
Thank you, Satan.
Well, you don't have to say that, but just thank you is enough.
Yeah, you're just somebody who's not. But I have seen a lot of people over the years get very upset. Profanity issues. You know where I see it a lot too, and again, it's unfamiliar living for me, in my apartment complex with the elevator. Like when people don't hold the door, people could get very upset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's even worse, right? Because now you got to wait. Like if you don't hold the door for somebody to come in, and now they got to wait for it to go down and come back up. I'm assuming there's only one elevator like in that area.
Yeah.
You'd have to walk like on a completely opposite side of the building to get to another one maybe. So that, and again, nothing justifies pulling out a firearm and brandishing it.
Without doubt.
Nothing justifies that.
Yeah.
As far as, can you hold the door? Yeah, that would be nice. Put your arm in there so that it keeps it from closing. But saying thank you is kind of going away in our society.
Yeah,
but again, it doesn't warrant this type of a backlash.
This behavior is terrible. No. Terrible. You don't do anything like that. But I have seen people where somebody doesn't hold the door and there'll be, even if it could be any store, Dunkin' Donuts or Home Depot, whatever. People get very upset. They'll say something like, blank, blank you, or D-bag, or something like that.
Something as simple as going, you're welcome.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Yeah, right? You're right. You hear that a lot.
Right? And there's nothing wrong with that. No. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know, it's you're acknowledging the fact that they weren't courteous enough to at least say thank you. And that's all it is. Or a nod. Just give a nod. Thanks or something like that. That's all you got to do.
Appreciate it. Thank you. And walk away. But yeah, people do get mad. And especially when it's hot out like now, people's tempers are a little bit easy to flip too.
Yeah.
Got to watch that too, especially on a hot summer day with people. But yeah, it takes the same energy to be nice. We always say it as to be mean. And, it's 2 seconds just to be like, all right, thank you very much, and move on. But yeah, I've seen people a lot of times get very mad.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. Just say thank you. The elevator, the only thing is I think there's 8 elevators in my complex, or 6, I'm not sure. But the thing is, on the one where I take, I notice a lot of people get in, hit their floor, and then they walk to the little in the corner of each elevator, whatever. And then it's so when you walk into the elevator, you got to wrap around like a little bend. So sometimes you don't see people. You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? So you don't see somebody, and they walk up, and then you'll hear somebody like bang on the thing. When it's going up.
Oh, wow, that's aggressive.
Yeah.
May want to watch that. Might get your hand caught.
Yeah. People with dogs get upset. You'll see the dog go in the elevator first, and they're not there. They got it on a leash, and then all of a sudden they come in. And,
well, that could be a problem.
Yeah.
The dog gets in and you're not with it.
That's right. I look around, I'm like,
that could be a problem.
You alone? Yeah, and I've noticed a lot of people sometimes, because everybody seems like they have a dog in my complex, apartment building, and I see some dogs with no leashes. They just walk in by themselves. And you look around, you're like, is there an owner? 877-927-6969.
Yeah, well, that's bad. That's something that should be addressed.
Yeah, definitely. 877-927-6969. Is it harder to go back to work on Monday in the summer than the winter? Let us know about that. If you have an opinion about that, we'd love to hear about it. And the door situation. Have you done it either way? Gotten upset or just said, hey, you know what? Not thank somebody, and somebody calls you out. So, people call you out for it. You just say, hey, I'm sorry. It just happens. You guys let us know. We got a lot going on today. We have Incubus tickets at 11:45. 9 chances to win $1,000. We got a lot more. We'll come back with a trifecta in this day in history. We'll be back. Peace.
We're still your at-work station, even if your work happens to be on the kitchen table. Bed. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Our skies are partly cloudy as we get through this Monday morning. Also got a couple of showers moving across parts of the area to start. We will see more thunderstorms developing later today with frequent strikes of lightning and heavy downpours at times. Temperatures are in the 70s and 80s as we wake up, but we're going to be near 90 degrees with the heat index near 100 later on.
This report is sponsored by the Ben Ferguson Podcast.
Is it senior abuse at this point? Coming up on the Ben Ferguson Podcast, Joe Biden clearly has lost his cognitive function. He's basically like a child. So why are we allowing his family to exploit him for their financial gain? I'll explain it. Download the Ben Ferguson Podcast now.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Doug. Chances are you're jamming in your car right now. And since Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance so you only pay for what you need, Limu and I are going to show you some safe car dance moves. Hit it. Everybody, check your blind spots real quick. Now hands on the wheel. Put them 10 and 2 and move your head like a bird do. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The job market is competitive right now, so you need to be competitive to attract top talent. If you're trying to fill open positions at your business, iHeartMedia is here to help. Use radio and digital targeting to find fresh, passive candidates currently in the workforce. These candidates are listening right now, looking for new opportunities. Together, we can let the community know you're hiring. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with internet for $30 a month with no annual contract required. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Call or go online today to learn more. Offer ends 8/28/2022. Restrictions apply. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Equipment, installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
Some breaking news. Famed political strategist Dick Morris says Donald Trump is running for president. Few people know President Trump better than Dick Morris. For years, Morris has served as his top advisor. Now, in his new bestseller, The Return, Dick reveals Trump's long-expected plan for 2024, his real reason for running, and his coming surprise announcement. Dick says Trump still might face 3 threats, but Biden can never be re-elected. Newsmax calls The Return the only political book you need to read. It's already an Amazon #1 bestseller. If you want to see Trump's plan, Dick Morris shares it. Big media, big tech, and the deep state all want to stop Trump. But The Return shows they'll fail, and Trump will triumph. Get Dick Morris's The Return in bookstores everywhere, or see the free offer from Newsmax. Go to thereturn911.com. That's thereturn911.com.
Small business owners sometimes go broke. My first business startup in the 80s was a fledgling startup story. Credit cards were maxed, car had bald tires, house had broken windows, and my employees got paid before I did. But my diet of hot dogs and mac and cheese was to die for. Hi, I'm Mike Capel, founder and CEO of Patriot Software. My business startup was messy. Actually, I was broke. My wife and I lived on fumes for 4 years. To escape our financial reality, we played board games and dreamt of someday owning our own boardwalk and park place. That's why I created my 5th successful company, Patriot Software, to help small business owners do their payroll without going broke. And if you need help, we will help you for free. Go to patriotsoftware.com and enter promo code RADIO, and I'll give you 2 months of payroll processing free. That's patriotsoftware.com.
You may know that the Star-Spangled Banner was written during the Battle of Baltimore, but did you know that it wasn't adopted until 1931 and was written by a tone-deaf lawyer? Be sure to listen to this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
From the Racetrack Traffic Center.
Looking good on 95 right now, up to speed in West Palm on the Belvedere Curve. Starting to see some of those slowdowns along North Lake Boulevard in the Lake Park area, especially westbound in the approach to Prosperity Farms Road. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by the Ben Ferguson Podcast.
Is it senior abuse at this point? Coming up on the Ben Ferguson Podcast, Joe Biden clearly has lost his cognitive function. He's basically like a child. So why are we allowing his family to exploit him for their financial gain? I'll explain it. Download the Ben Ferguson Podcast now.
Millions of kids in America depend on the meals they get at school. When school's out for the summer, many of those meals disappear. Kids and teens can get free meals right in their neighborhoods, provided by local schools and community groups. To find the nearest meal site for your children, just text the word food to 304-304. Required. This service is made possible by No Kid Hungry.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in The Penthouse on a Monday. Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are having a good day and the start of another good week. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good morning. And you know what would be a great way to start out this week? Winning $1,000. Greek mentions 9 times a day we're giving it away. And the 10 a.m. keyword is GRAND, G-R-A-N-D. If you go to realradio921.com, little pop-up's going to come right up for you. You don't even have to search for anything. Just enter GRAND right there, and you're in the running for $1,000.
There it is, boys and girls. And now Francis is out. Time for our first trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's trifecta.
All right, the Yankees finished on a high note. Yes, they did. Earlier in the week, People were talking about the Yankees that were like 5-5 or 5-6, and oh my God, what's happening? Boston's coming to town. But the Yankees hammer timed them pretty bad last couple days, and yesterday they won 13-2. And boy, Judge is the leading candidate for the MVP. Obviously, there's a lot of time left, the rest of July and August and September. But man, he's got 33 homers, tied Roger Maris for the most homers by an All-Star game, and 70 ribbies. He's tied also A-Rod from 2010 when A-Rod had 70 by the All-Star break. So the Yankees are doing very well, hot as a firecracker, and took care of Boston the last 2 days in a convincing way. James Harden did sign with the Sixers a couple weeks ago, and he took a pay cut, and he's letting the Sixers know it. He tells them to sign some guys, but whatever's left over, Jimmy, he says, give it to him. He said, if there's any money left over, give it to James Harden.
Nice of him.
Nice of him.
I think.
He said, if there's any cash, give it to James. Yeah. I said, yeah, okay, James.
So I took a $30 million pay cut, and if you go out and spend 20 of that, give me the other 10 back.
That's right.
You, please?
Yeah, give me some money back. You got to love these guys. And they say it not only to the team, they say it for the whole public.
They're serious. This isn't a joke, I'm sure.
That's right. They're like, hey, if you got any cash left over, let me know. And today is the kickoff to the NFL. As far as rookies are concerned, the camps are open. The Dolphins' first training camp open to the public will be on July 30th. I did tell you guys about that, 10:45. Go to their website for more details. And everybody's very high in the Dolphins. Expectations are very high. And a lot of people think they should win 10 or 11 games and make the playoffs. Let's hope for that. But every time somebody talks about the Dolphins, they talk about one person, Tua. You don't hear one other name. If Tua can play. So we'll see what happens with Tua and the Dolphins. And it is training camp day today in the NFL. And I know fans are happy because every day that there's training camp, another day gets closer. And then next week on the 26th is the start where all the veterans show up for camp. And that is your first trifecta today. Now we're going to go to this day in history.
On this day in history.
Well, we got a little traveling to do here because we're going to go all the way back to 486 lovely years ago. In 1536, the authority of the Pope was declared void in England by the promiscuous King Henry VIII. They replaced the Pope with some Greek kid from Jersey. 95 years. I don't know why it's written in there. I didn't say who.
Was that confirmed?
95 years ago today, 1927, Ty Cobb collected his 4,000th career hit.
Minga.
82 years ago today, 1940, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who first took office in 1933 as America's 32nd president, is nominated for an unprecedented third term. Roosevelt would eventually be elected to a record fourth term in office, the only U.S. president to serve more than 2 terms. 75 years ago today, 1947, speaking of presidents, Harry S. Truman signed the Presidential Succession Act, which established a Speaker of the House and a Senate President pro tempore as the third and fourth in line of succession for the Oval Office. Truman was Franklin Roosevelt's vice president and took office as president after FDR's death in 1945. 53 years ago today, 1969, just before midnight on a Friday evening, a drunken Ted Kennedy drove his car off a bridge near Martha's Vineyard. Unfortunately, we know how that ended for one Mary Jo Kopechne. We believe brave Kennedy swam to safety, leaving Mary in the car. He left the scene and didn't report it for police for several hours. Teddy was given 1 year's probation for doing that act. And he served in our Senate until 2009. 46 years ago today, 1976, for her performance in the uneven parallel bars at the Olympic Games in Montreal, Nadia Comaneci of Romania became the first gymnast to be awarded a perfect score of 10 in an Olympic gymnast event. 36 years ago today, in 1986, Aliens, starring Sigourney Weaver, was released. 30 years ago today, 1992, Whitney Houston married Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown. They
divorced in 2007, and she passed away in 2012. Can you believe it's been 10 years since she passed away?
I remember where I was.
Wow. 27 years ago today, in 1995, Barack Obama published Dreams of My Father. The book came out 13 years before Obama had become president. 24 years ago today, in 1998, on his 80th birthday, former South African President Nelson Mandela married his third wife, a 52-year-old lady named Graca Machel. And finally, 9 years ago today, in 2013, Detroit became the largest city to ever file for bankruptcy. The city was $18 billion in debt. And that's what happened on this day, July 18th, in our history.
Yeah, Detroit, that was a bad situation.
Yeah, I guess so. And they're still in the hole.
It's got to make you feel good about your finance. I don't care who you are. Like, wow, at least I'm not Detroit.
Yeah, really.
So over the weekend, I had a situation that started Thursday night with one of my buddies, and I asked out the same girl. I decided not
all right. So you had decided not to take her out. So for a quick recap, you had had a planned date with a girl, and then you found out that your buddy also had a date with the same girl the following night.
Mm-hmm.
But you weren't quite sure whether or not she knew that you two knew each other or anything like that.
Not in the beginning, but then she knew.
Assumed so on that factor. So you ended up canceling.
Yes.
Right? Which is sock drawer. Had to rearrange the sock drawer.
No,
is that the excuse you used?
No. I said I was just visiting some kids who were not feeling well.
Oh, yeah, less advantaged. Yeah.
Walking puppies.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Selling Girl Scout cookies.
That's what I thought. Yeah, something good, humanitarian.
Something like that. Cutting the grass at iHeart. Stuff like that. So they went out Saturday night. I didn't want to call my friend Sunday. I forgot about it pretty much. And then I was at New York Prime last night, and he walked in. And I thought he was going to be with her. Like, I thought it was back to back. I'm like, oh, because my buddy goes, Nick Woods goes, yeah, he's here. And he walked up. He goes, it wasn't a great night.
No, it didn't work out too well?
Yeah, he goes, it wasn't bad. He goes, we just didn't connect.
Okay, well, fair enough. That's good.
And I said, okay. So now it's
So you going to hit it?
I don't know. I got to be honest. I don't know about hitting it.
Was that a little too much?
Yeah.
Are you going to ask her back out then?
For me.
Did you? No. I guess you don't want to go into detail on like how you canceled the date, right? But did you leave the door open for the future?
Yes. Yeah. I said to her, I didn't realize this, but I double booked Friday night.
Oh, okay. So
not with a girl. I said I have something else to do, and I didn't realize I had something else to do. And I said, so if you want to give me a rain check, great.
Oh, okay.
And again, we're a little friendly, so it's not like a total stranger.
Right, exactly. Right.
So if it was the total stranger, they'd probably be like
easier to lie.
Yeah. She knows the cadence.
Camera's on, people can see the bird.
Not giving it to you, obviously. Yeah. Monroe's at Palm Beach. So I she knows the cadence a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So then
the cadence.
It's a good word, right?
Uh-oh. We dropped the camera again. Whoops. Okay.
Over under on dropping a camera. And later in the show. Oh my God, that's great. That's it.
What happened to the thing?
It broke.
Oh, the stand is broken.
Yeah, the stand's broken. And then later in the show, Jimmy's going to help me. We're going to do odds for Ben and J-Lo's marriage the first 5 years.
Oh, how long? Whether it'll last?
Well, yeah, but every year the odds change.
Well, you want to get into that story too?
Yeah, we get into it, but I'll finish this story about asking her out. So then I said to her, if you want to give me a rain check, I said, that'd be nice. It was a text. So she said, yeah, Greek. She goes, I'm going to give you a rain check.
Okay.
Goes, one more, she goes, and then you're squashed.
So there's an ultimatum here.
Well, I guess you felt that I canceled on it a little late. I thought Thursday was when I did cancel.
Well, it was late. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. We were talking about it on the show that day.
Yeah. So I did cancel, and so we'll see what happens. If I go out with her, great. If I don't, we're friends. It's good.
Yeah.
But if my buddy said in any shape or form that he liked her, then I would have been like.
So there's definitely no chance that he even wants to continue any sort of relationship with her, maybe other than acquaintance.
He felt to me that they did not connect. He said it was a short date, too. It was like about 40 minutes, 45 minutes.
Yeah. Pretty safe to say, I think.
Yeah. So he said, he goes, Greek, you're up.
Did he stiff her with the check or something?
No, I don't think he's different. It's so funny. He stiffed with
Come on, let's make this juicy.
He stiffed it with the check. No, they had my credit card.
Spice this up.
They had my credit card.
There's a surprise.
So he goes, Greek, you're up. I said, I don't know.
You're up.
It's a little weird.
Now
like,
batting. Number 2.
Number 2. We got the Jeter letters.
Greek. Number 2.
It seemed like I wanted to go out with her more when I didn't know she was going out with my friend. I don't know why, but it's taken a little luster off of it. Can't explain it. You know what I mean?
Well, it's the competition.
I don't know if it's competition. I don't know. I just felt a little weird.
So it's not. There's not as much intrigue there because she doesn't already have it set up with the other person, right? So
yeah,
is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying when I found out she was going out with him, it didn't. I don't know. It was a little bit just taking over off the little thing. I don't know what it was. I was just like not as enthused because I was like, all right, well, she's got to date this night, that night.
Not as enthused. I need a translator. 877-927-6969. I don't get that one.
I wasn't as jacked up. Let's put it that way. Once I found out she had a date with him and a date with me.
Oh, okay. So now that there isn't anybody else, you're more intrigued?
No, I don't know. I just think when I found out the whole thing, it just, like I said, it just didn't seem as much as I wanted to take her out. I don't know why. I can't explain it. I was just like, okay, if we go out, we go out. If we don't, we don't. And that's it.
So what about now? Now that things are...
I don't know. I'm still a little vague about it. I don't know. Just like when I talked to her, I was like, because she texted me Sunday... Was it last night around 7:38? Just a hi, and I was like, hey, how's it going? I didn't want to say, hey, how was the date? You know what I mean? So that's when I said, well, I talked to Thursday about
it's weird because she knows now that you know.
Yeah. So it's just weird, like you said. Like if you go out, I don't want to bring it up.
Yeah.
But hey,
well, you don't have to.
No, yeah. What happened Friday night?
Well, you already know.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna say anything to her. No, we'll see this week. I think if I don't ask her out this week, I'm done. So I think
there's a time limit. Yeah. She's got a timer, a little pop-up timer somewhere.
I just got that sense. So if I didn't think Jimmy was going to make it to work today. I was worried about it because Ben and Jen got married over the weekend. And Jimmy was the best man.
I didn't find out until this morning myself. I mean, I thought I saw a headline yesterday on it, but apparently they are married.
I think this is her 4th marriage. I think it's.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's 4 or 5. So I'm going to set the odds for her and Ben. I'm going to say the first year it's 2-1. So the first year, it's always flowers.
So here you go. This is how we'll see what it is. The answer, but Google, our friend Google.
Yeah.
How many times is what I've typed in. The second thing, J-Lo been married. The automatic fill-in.
I love that.
The second thing.
Oh, it's at least 4.
The first one was North Carolina been in the Final Four.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Probably same amount. It's at least 4.
4.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. That's a lot. Because she's only 50. So, she's got a capability of doing it 1 or 2 more times.
So Affleck's, so he's number 4.
Yeah, he's 4.
So it was Anthony, Chris Judd, and Ojani Noah.
Yeah, years ago, some kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 97 to 98. I guess our first then, right? Then Chris Judd from 2001 to 3. Mark Anthony was 4 to 14. I was with him for 10 years.
Yeah, that was a nice ride.
There you go.
That's what he said.
So now Ben Affleck, 2022, number 4.
Yeah, so
she was engaged 18 times, right?
Oh, yeah.
Was she engaged more than that?
She was engaged to him 18 years ago.
Yeah. Well, true. Yeah.
So I'll say the first year 2-1. Because I think they'll make the first year.
You think they'll make the first year?
Yeah, everybody usually does.
So you're at least over a year. So what is are we going to do an over-under on this?
Yeah, I'll do what I was going to do is every year how the odds change.
Have to be a long-term over-under, though.
Well, I was going to do first year 2-1. Second year is usually there's a little bit bumps in the road. So I'll go 5-1 on that you're betting against it. You get a little better odds. Third and fourth year.
So this is like a book.
Sports book.
We're doing what a sports book would
do.
Yeah.
Here. Greek sports book. Third and fourth year.
Shocker, it has your name in it.
Yeah. Things haven't changed that much.
Nope.
We worked together Saturday. Third and fourth year, I'll say about 10-1. 5 years is a plateau, nice plateau. 5-10 years. I'll say that's about 15-1. 10 years, I'll say 20-1. And that's as far as I'll go. I'll go with most 10 years. And maybe they'll work it out. You want everybody always to be happy if they find love. And Tina Turner, what's love's got to do with it? But I'll say the first year, 2-1. It's almost, they're going to make the first year. And I wonder how A-Rod is today. How's he feeling?
I don't think
he
probably doesn't care.
Yeah, he was on Martha Stewart last week talking about it and didn't really answer anything. He just said, I wish her all the luck in the world and all stuff like that. Tonight is the Home Run Derby and Baseball All-Star Game. So the All-Star Game is next couple days, and it's out in L.A., and it's going to be packed. This thing gets sold out. Fans love it. This is a tie to Home Run Derby they did in the 50s. They used to do it, all the great ball players, Hank Aaron, Mickey Mantle, Willie Mays, and they brought this back years ago. And people love it. I think people love the Home Run Derby more than the All-Star Game. They really,
I believe that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, and then, but it's cool. Like, they have the kids, all young kids out in the outfield for balls that don't make the distance, and they go get them. It's really a cool thing. Obviously, you can bet on it. DraftKings has all the odds. We'll break that down later in the Greek zone of the guys, what they could do. Pujols is in it again for Cardinals. He's been in a couple times. But I just think for the Home Run Derby, people love it. They just get so excited. And if you're an average fan, you ask them, I think they would be like, more Home Run Derby? Yeah, let's watch it tonight. So that's going to be exciting. That is tonight, the Home Run Derby. It's like the slam dunk competition in the NBA All-Star Game. People love that. And then tonight, you got Derek Jeter, the captain, starting after the Home Run Derby, number 2. It's his six-part program about Derek Jeter's career.
Derek Jeter.
It's unbelievable.
Number 2.
Remember Jeter had that tape? So when the announcer passed away, it still played for him.
What that is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that is. That's a recording.
Sam Shepard.
And Shepard, that's it. Yep.
I don't know if his first name is Sam.
He wanted that.
Yeah.
That was it. And how about that? Huh? What kind of pull do you have and be able to get that done?
Yeah, not only the pull, but the compliment he gives the announcer.
Sure.
I mean, that guy, I remember him as a kid going there. Just a great voice. Yeah, great voice. So Jeter tonight, 6-part series, and obviously they're going to talk about A-Rod. Not tonight. That's one of the episodes, but that's one of the trailers. They have the whole thing with A-Rod. There was a famous play one time. A-Rod and Jeter were going for a high pop in the infield, and they both hit each other. No communication. The ball dropped. It was really embarrassing time for. Two guys making whatever it was, $300 million together. You can't get a high pop. The two kids could get. And then A-Rod speaks, and he says that I say to him, are we good? And I guess Jeter says, and this is in a trailer, sort of. So then I'm sure
that line again.
Yeah. So I'm sure they get into that. But that's tonight. Home Run Derby. That's going to be exciting. A lot of people do bet on it. It's out in L.A. It's going to be very cool. Again, the All-Star Game back in L.A. for the first time in a long time. I know everybody's going to be jacked up for that. But I think more for the Home Run Derby than for the actual All-Star Game, which is tomorrow night.
Now, they starting to move the All-Star Game around. I mean, I know obviously there was that political fallout crap with in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
And then they moved it to Colorado. Now they're going to start moving it around at different stadiums each year now?
Yeah, they do that every year. Every year it's in a different station.
Different stadium. So it was just a 1 year when it was going to be in Atlanta and that whole hoopla over Georgia and blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, every year they change it and they put it in a different city.
Okay, gotcha.
But it hasn't been in L.A. in a long time.
Now, I heard, I did see that they might have some trouble out there, too, because I guess the union that does the concessions there, they might be going on strike.
Well, it's a good time to go on strike.
So, I guess so. Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to do it, if you're going to make a threat, do it when there's high demand.
That's right. Woo. You're not going to do it on September 8th when they're playing, the Washington Nationals.
Yeah, no, nobody cares.
And the big news
Bring their own pretzels.
That's right. The big news also was Soto, who was a baseball player to Washington Nationals, turned down $440 million on Saturday. And that spread like wildfire.
Yeah.
But when you really look into the whole deal, wildfire, which is fire, which is Greek 101. When you really look at the whole deal, they just said that it wasn't a great deal for him. It was just a throw out by the Nationals. What would somebody, like, I heard this argument Saturday with two guys in a bar. They go, $440 million 15 years from now, what's that worth? It's worth a ton. I'm sorry, it still is worth a ton. But a lot of it was going to be deferred money, like down the road, stuff like that. But it still made headlines.
Is that why he turned it down, or do we know why, or he just didn't? He doesn't want to be with the Nationals, right?
Yeah.
That's what it seemed like.
Yeah, he didn't want to be there 15 years. He doesn't know who's going to own the team, what division, what direction they're going to go in. Some of the things that were said. They said they might trade him to the Mets or the Yankees. Of course, the Empire will get him. One of the big teams with a ton of money.
That'd be nice.
yeah, one of the big teams. He's a great ball player, young kid, 25 years old. He's got a great bat, one of the best bats in baseball. But the headlines was, guy turns down $440 million. Of course, the average fan goes, "Oh my God!"
Yeah, how do you do that, right? And that was some of the talk. We were also, when we were talking about that, we got if you have the latest iHeartRadio app on your phone and you look for Real Radio 921 on there, you can leave us a talk back. And somebody did over the weekend on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I heard it this morning, and they were saying that I don't know if we were questioning or other people were questioning, is that the biggest deal that's ever been turned down?
Yes.
I guess technically, if you want to say maybe one that's a little bit bigger, and that's what this gentleman was letting us know, is Tiger Woods turning down $1 billion from LIV.
Yeah, but when we were referring to it, you and I and Joe, we were just talking about baseball. We weren't talking about all sports.
Well, even if you want to put it all in together,
of course.
I'm sure. I mean, how many other deals in any other sport has been turned down?
Not many.
With that kind of number. I don't know if any has.
No, not that kind of number. Baseball, it's definitely the highest ever.
Yeah.
But like you said, he's going to sign someplace else.
Yep. Oh, even for half of that, and he'll be just fine.
Oh yeah, he's fine.
And you said he's what, 30?
25.
Oh, he's 25 years old?
Yeah, he's young.
Oh, okay. So he's going to be around for a while.
Yeah. He was part of the World Series when the Nationals won it a few years ago. Great bat, good ball player all around. Of course, he's going to be fantastic when you're offered that kind of cash. That's a lot of money. It is the Penthouse on a Monday. Don't forget your chance to win Incubus tickets at 11:45. That's going to be a great show that we're going to say, hey, it's on us.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We got another shot at $1,000 coming up after the other side of this short break. We're going to give you another keyword for the 11 a.m. hour. And if you go to realradio921.com and the little pop-up will come right up for you, you'll be able to enter that keyword right there, and you'll be in the running for $1,000. And if you get a phone call in the next hour or so from an unknown number, says, that type of thing, make sure you pick that up, because that could be us letting you know that you just won $1,000.
Good job, Jimmy. We'll come back with some Florida stories. Anything to tip the scales?
Yeah, well, a student pilot did something that he shouldn't have, so we'll get some details on that on the other side of this break right here on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7 on the Treasure Coast.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Your shot at $1,000 is coming up in just a few minutes. It's the Inflation Vacation on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7, presented by the Glass Chamber.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
Happy Monday, everyone. I'm CBS 12 Storm Track meteorologist Zach Kobe. Scattered showers and storms first forming across the interior will drift towards the metro areas as we go throughout the afternoon and evening hours. These storms should wrap up just after sunset. Severe weather unlikely. Daytime high temperatures today in the low 90s, feeling more like the low hundreds.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show podcast.
All these moves by the Federal Reserve have caused the great unwind, and I want to make sure you don't get caught in the crosshairs. I'm Mark Moss, each week discussing the decentralized revolution. So join the Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Call me, Mark Anajar, at the law offices of Anajar & Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life. Office in West Palm Beach.
When couples come into International Diamond Center looking for engagement rings, they have lots of pictures. From websites, from Pinterest, from designers they love, and 99% of the time, we have what they want.
The brands that we carry are the brands the consumer asks for, the girls ask for, your future bride asks for.
IDC owner Keith LeClaire explains how IDC is always on the cutting edge because we partner with the world's leading designers, names like Tacori, Viraggio, Henry Dawsey, and dozens more.
Fashions come and go, but why do some brands stay forever? It's because they stay relevant.
IDC was chosen by these acclaimed designers, in most cases as the exclusive retail partner in the region.
We try to provide the best of the best at the most current merchandise in the market today.
International Diamond Center, giving you access to the most sought-after brands in the world with a 5-star shopping experience with no compromises.
We want people to feel comfortable, relax, educate them, give them high quality for the right price.
Store hours and more at shopidc.com.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Some things sound so good you can almost taste it. Like Bluebell Strawberry Lemonade Ice Cream. Delicious strawberry ice cream swirled with lemonade sherbet and sprinkled with lemon-flavored flakes. It's better than you can imagine.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell Ice Cream at all Walgreens.
An official message from Medicare. Did you know Medicare.gov/care has information about healthcare providers in your area? At Medicare.gov/care, you can find and compare hospitals, doctors, nursing homes, and more. See detailed information on quality of care and how patients rate their experience. Visit Medicare.gov/care today. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
GimmeTheVin.com has made it fast, we've made it easy, and we're the only 5-star BBB rated car dealer out there.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Here's to the great American settlers. The millions of you who settled for unsatisfying jobs because they pay the bills. Of course, there is something else you could do if you got something to say. Start a podcast with Spreaker from iHeart and unleash your creative freedom. Maybe even earn enough money to one day tell your old boss, hey, I'm no settler, I'm an explorer. Spreaker.com. Spreaker. Hustle on over today.
Virtual meetings glitching? Videos endlessly buffering? Web pages never loading? The state of Florida has launched an anonymous statewide internet speed test to identify broadband internet availability in Florida communities. Take the state of Florida's official 1-minute speed test at fasterflorida.org. That's fasterflorida.org to help improve internet speeds throughout the state. fasterflorida.org.
If you ever need our help, we're just a call away. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with internet for $30 a month with no annual contract required. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Call or go online today to learn more. Offer ends 8/28/2022. Restrictions apply. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Equipment, installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
We have a crash on 95 northbound. It's the exit ramp to 45th Street. FHP reporting no lanes are blocked right now. Could cause you a little bit of a slowdown. Watch out for some wet roadways. We have rain falling off and on in parts of Palm Beach County. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show podcast.
All these moves by the Federal Reserve have caused the great unwind, and I want to make sure you don't get caught in the crosshairs. I'm Mark Moss, each week discussing the decentralized revolution. So join the Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is WCCR FM, West Palm Beach, Real Radio 92.1, powered by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Been in an accident? Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Site Real.
Well, G, little buddy old pal, I hate to break it to you, but prostitutes usually have more than one date in the night. Oh, bam!
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
One of the good things about living in make-believe land is that you can make it whatever you want. That's what's called make-believe land.
I can't believe somebody would think that woman was a prostitute.
No, she wasn't. I don't know if she ever got paid for sex, but she wasn't a prostitute.
Bingo.
And again, I never step out on Jimmy's bingo because he has it so good. He's like Shepard with number 2, Derek Jeter. I cannot do bingo. Francis is out today. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good morning.
So he's going to step up for us and help us with some Florida stories.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida? I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Well, I certainly don't mind doing these stories when Franny's out, but I've got to find out where she gets her stories from because I can't ever find anybody on meth or naked.
Oh, man!
So we're going to go up north to Indian River County and Brevard County woman. An Indian River County man and Brevard County woman were arrested for human trafficking, according to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. According to FDLE Facebook post, the investigation into Mark Phillips Dinkles, 33, I said Dinkles was his name, and Taylor Kathleen Brandt, 19, began in March. The investigators said that the couple were recruiting 3 underage girls to perform sex acts on camera for money. Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody said Dinkles and Brandt allegedly used social media to target the girls, including a 14-year-old from a foster home, saying, "I am thankful for the multiple law enforcement agencies that investigated this case, and I look forward to my statewide prosecutors securing convictions for these loathsome predators." Me too. Dinkles was charged with 2 counts of human trafficking, lewd and lascivious battery, use of child in sexual performance, unlawful sexual activity, and a lot of stuff that we don't even need to say. Brandt was charged, obviously, with a bunch of lewd and lascivious battery as well. So I hope they get these 2 and put them behind bars for a very, very long time. Another criminal in the news. Rapper Kodak Black was arrested in South Florida on charges of trafficking in oxycodone and possession of a controlled substance. The rapper, whose legal name is Bill Capri, was booked Friday into jail in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where he awaits a bond hearing. The Florida Highway Patrol said in a release that troopers pulled Black over because he was driving a purple SUV with window tints that appeared darker than the legal limit. That's always an easy excuse, isn't it, too?
Yeah. Every window's down. 90% of the cars are tinted down here.
Yeah. They detected a marijuana smell and then searched the SUV and found a small clear bag with 31 white tablets and almost $75,000 in cash.
Nice. That's a lot of cash.
No Mingita? I was waiting for Mingita.
That's a lot of cash, Mingita. I don't know what to say.
I get nervous. Cue for nobody to you got to watch the TV. See, this is why you go to Real TV and watch it, sponsored by Monroe's.
Mingita.
The agency says record checks also revealed that Black's vehicle tag and driver's license were both expired. Black was also arrested earlier this year in South Florida on trespassing charges. Prosecutors later declined to proceed with that case. In January 2020, then-President Donald Trump commuted a 3-year federal prison sentence the rapper had for falsifying documents used to buy weapons. Black had served about half of that sentence. The rapper is one of the artists of the lineup for the Rolling Loud Festival 2022, which starts next Friday. He is scheduled to perform on July 24th, so looks like he'll still be able to make that. Finally, the story that I teased earlier, an allegedly intoxicated pilot was arrested after he landed his plane on Interstate 70 near Grain Valley, Missouri around 2:30 a.m. Friday morning. The plane originated from Florida, so that's why I included this in our What the Florida Stories. He has been identified as 35-year-old John Seesing from Prairie Village. The Missouri State Highway Patrol says the plane ran out of fuel en route from Florida to Charles B. Wheeler Downtown Airport and had to make an emergency landing. Crystal Lipham, a truck driver who was heading west to Colorado to drop off a shipment, witnessed the landing right in front of her eyes. It was amazing. She even got it caught on dash cam, too, so you could watch a little bit of it. MSHP Sergeant Andy Bell says authorities believe he was under the influence of drugs and alcohol. The Federal Aviation Administration Airman Inquiry shows Seesing only had a student pilot certificate, so he shouldn't even been out flying at that time of day. He's not certified to be out at that time, mentioned, and this was also a long cross-country flight, which is another thing that like an instructor would have to sign off on. Can't just do that. Sergeant Bell says Seesing has been released from a local hospital where he was treated for minor injuries, as now up to a prosecuting attorney to see whether they'll push strong charges on this kid or not. But yeah, man, I tell you what, this kid is in for a world of hurt. He should be in for a world of hurt. Not only flying a plane drunk, but landing on a highway, and all kinds of things that could have gone bad there.
Terrible.
Luckily, no one was hurt other than himself.
Thank God.
It didn't cause any other accident on the highway. But and there you go. There's a little bit of Florida.
Good job, Jimmy. Thank you so much. We do it twice a show. 11:05 and
I didn't play
1:05.
that. Did you play that?
No, I did not.
Dumbass.
What happened?
Dumbass.
Dumbass.
Palm Beach Post is a local paper in our area. They got a strong sports page. And they picked the Gators today to finish 5th in the SEC East. Not in the country.
Really?
5th in the East. That's terrible.
That is terrible.
Yeah. Our big boss is a big Gator fan, and he pointed it out to me, and he's like, can you believe this, G? I said, wow. Times have changed for the Gators. It used to be top 5 in the country. Now it's now 5 in their division.
Wow.
That's bad.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with the Gators.
It is the SEC, so obviously there's a lot of competition, strong competition there.
Sure.
But
they would never pick me that bad.
Not for Florida. No, that is an organization with a lot of pride and a lot of longevity and
success.
And to see it fall that much is it's a little disheartening, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm sort of a quasi Canes fan, but I like to see the local teams do well.
Of course.
And
we carry the Gators, but again, it's just a prediction. There's been many people who predict things, and they come up bad. So hopefully the Gators do have a good season. But yeah, a lot of changes with the Gators, and that's what the Palm Beach Post is saying. They are saying 5th in the SEC East, which is very, very bad. So we'll see. If you're a Gator fan, you got an opinion, let us know. Call us, 877-927-6969. And we're going to come back. We're going to tell you about a house that's for sale that might break some records and has something to do with radio. It is the Penthouse. Peace.
We're everywhere you need to be. Find your favorite show at realradio921.com.
Make this the year you go to our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Friday, September 23rd and Saturday the 24th. Buy your tickets now at AXS.com.
Stream it free on the CW app and CWTV.com.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival is connecting all of us.
Capital One is the proud partner of the iHeartRadio Music Festival for the 6th year in a row, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Happy Monday, everyone. I'm CBS 12 Storm Track meteorologist Zach Covey. Scattered showers and storms first forming across the interior will drift towards the metro areas as we go throughout the afternoon and evening hours. These storms should wrap up just after sunset. Severe weather unlikely. Daytime high temperatures today in the low 90s, feeling more like the low hundreds.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. If your business is feeling a summer hiring wave, then you need Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
If you've been injured on the job and are not receiving the benefits you're entitled to, call me, Glenn Levine, at the law offices of Anna John Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733, and take back control of your life.
Office in West Palm Beach.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done, with 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. And Doug.
Chances are you're jamming in your car right now. And since Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance so you only pay for what you need, Limu and I are going to show you some safe car dance moves. Hit it. Everybody, check your blind spots real quick. Now hands on the wheel. Put them 10 in 2 and move your head like a bird do. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Are you getting the internet speed you need? The state of Florida has launched an anonymous statewide study of broadband speeds with a free internet speed test. The results of the study will help guide investments to improve broadband speeds around our state. To take the test and measure your connection speed, visit fasterflorida.org. That's fasterflorida.org to take the state's official internet speed test.
MVP's bonus days are here for pros. For 12 days, pros save big and MVPs get even more. Because MVP's Pro Rewards members can earn bonus points to redeem for rewards. Earn points on every dollar spent up to $1,000 and get up to 3 times more points when you shop select brands and products. Find MVP's bonus day savings from July 11th to the 22nd in-store and online. Exclusively at Lowe's. Exclusively for pros. MVP's Pro Rewards program subject to program terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/L/pro loyalty terms. Subject to change.
Furnished by Finish Line Tax Solutions.
If you're getting letters from the IRS, call us immediately. The IRS is the only entity in the country that can seize assets without a court order. If you call us in time, then we know where they're at and we can intervene before anything damaging occurs. If you don't deal with your IRS problem, then they're going to take your paycheck, they're going to drain your bank account, and they may even take your house.
Call for your free tax relief information now. 800-801-4950. 800-801-4950.
At Morgan & Morgan, the fee is free. You don't pay us anything unless we win your case.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
From the Racetrack Traffic Center.
We have a crash on 95 northbound. It's the exit ramp to 45th Street. FHP reporting no lanes are blocked right now. Could cause you a little bit of a slowdown. Watch out for some wet roadways. We have rain falling off and on in parts of Palm Beach County. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Red Pilled America is the storytelling show everyone is talking about. This week, we reveal the agenda behind the phrase cultural appropriation and how it's being used to keep you in check. Listen to Red Pilled America every week on the free iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America.
What can you hear on the free iHeartRadio app? Well, let's do it. Everything. Tap radio to listen to live radio stations from across the country and around the world. Need a playlist to fit your mood or set the mood? We got them, from working out to chilling out and everything in between. And nobody has more podcasts than the free iHeartRadio app. Uncover unbelievable and discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station.
Gee, Greg, the situation with this girl, when are you going to take her to the prom? Oy vey.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Monday. Go to our website and watch this on Real TV. You can see Jimmy in his studio doing a good job.
Hello?
You can see half of me. My head's cut off, but we're going to try to fix that.
Why now?
Why not? Woody! Why fix it? I don't know. Maybe we won't. Maybe people like it like that. But go to Real TV. It's sponsored by Monroe's of Palm Beach. Get over there every day and have a good time till 5 a.m. And do not forget, Saturday is Christmas in July. You don't have to wait to the end of the year to get a girl on your lap to be naughty. It could happen this Saturday night. They got giveaways all night long and gifts for you guys and girls if you stop by Monroe's, open till 5 a.m. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. We had a table early. Anything you guys want, we'll talk. But we had earlier. If somebody doesn't hold the door for you, how mad do you get? And have you ever called anybody out in it? And also, is it tougher to go back to work on Monday in July than it is, say, in November or September? Let us know about that. If you guys got anything, we want to hear it. We always want you involved with the show. You can also email Jimmy at realradio921.com. We did set the odds on J-Lo and Ben. I got a bunch of texts from my friends, and I'm like, I'm not taking these guys. I'm like, these are just the odds on what I think, how long they will last. They got married on, I believe it was Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure exactly when they got married. The XFL is a football league that's going to start next year, and The Rock is like their spokesperson, and he had a little they had a little showing yesterday, and he had number 54 on. That's a jersey he wore because 53 guys make it in the NFL. He wasn't good enough, so he said, I was the 54th guy, and this is for all guys who don't make the teams, a great opportunity in the XFL. Going to start next year. They got a couple name coaches, couple things like that. We'll see if it makes it. I don't know. It's so hard for these leagues. If they don't get a good TV contract, it's very difficult for them to sign. To get it going and get it out of the gate. But big names help, and The Rock is the spokesperson for the XFL. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. If you guys want to get involved, give us a call. Jimmy, let me ask you something. With the XFL, you think it's got any chance to make it or crash and burn again?
I don't know. I just I didn't see any of the ratings on it, and I mean, if they did pretty well in the ratings and they get TV contracts, that's all they need. They'll generate revenue that way. Mm-hmm. I also don't know, and one of the things that you've pointed out over the years, that one of the biggest things that keeps sports going is betting. Right. So did people bet on it? Did Vegas bring in enough money for it to affect the game that way? And I think those would be the questions to ask as to, whether there'll be any longevity to it. Because if the league isn't making money, it's not going to last, right? I mean, obviously that's been the problem in the past.
All of these.
To me, the hardest part is I didn't even realize that the games were going on.
Yeah.
And because my mindset is football is from September to February, basically. And that's where my mind is on it. I don't think about looking for football on a Saturday in during this springtime, as one example. Plus the fact that I think one of the mistakes that they did with the XFL, right?
Well, XFL is starting its first year.
All right,
next year, USFL.
I'm sorry, that's the one, right?
Yeah.
So I think one of the problems that they did is they had it all at the same stadium. They had no moving around. These teams don't have stadiums or anything.
No money.
And of course, that's obviously because of lack of money. But, I don't know. Just watching those games was like watching games during COVID. It's hard to watch. For some reason, having the fans in the stands and that crowd noise makes such a big difference when watching a game on TV.
Yeah, for the USFL, they couldn't travel. They had no money.
Right.
So they put it one stadium. Like you said, going in where you can't even get a plane to pay for 50 guys is not good.
Yeah.
USFL's got one. This is the XFL, and this is starting next year. And obviously, The Rock's a huge, huge name. But that's only going to get you so far.
Yeah. Now, what kind of sponsorship do they have behind it? Again, these are some questions as to whether it'll have any longevity. What time of year is it going to be played? Is it going to compete against the NFL? Is it going to compete against college? Can they do something? This one starts right after the Super Bowl is done. Was that it?
Yes, you're right.
I believe so. Yeah. Maybe that'll help them.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
Not a tremendous amount of competition. Probably the biggest sports competition at that point is NCAA basketball and NBA basketball
and hockey. I still don't think it'll make it. Not being negative, I just don't think they have the names behind it and the money, and I don't think they will. Yeah. I just don't. I think, it's so many 7, 8, 10 leagues have tried this over the last 25 years, and they all crash and burn. Yeah. I just think,
and the same ones, USFL and XFL. Those were the two of the biggest ones that have tried this over and over again.
And no talent, not enough no names. I mean, it's hard to watch a game. Like you said, nobody's in the stands. You don't even know who the hell's playing.
Mm-hmm.
There's no Patrick Mahomes. There's no Justin Allen. I mean, it's just not there. So we'll see. I mean, I give him a chance, give him credit for trying again and again and again. But I just don't see it.
Yeah,
I don't see it.
I mean, if I have to choose one way or the other, I would say probably not. No, it probably won't last. Maybe they'll get through the season, Although it looked like, was the XFL, was that the one that tried to start up during COVID? There was one that it did start like the first two, for like the first month or something like that. And then it looked like it had some promise to it, but then, of course, COVID wiped it out.
Yeah, I mean, even arena football years ago, that did well. Like a lot of people went in there, but they ran out of money too.
Yeah.
They were around for a long time.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that had TV, that had betting.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was big time. I mean, when our buddy Teddy Covers from sportsmemos.com, he talks about it and he gives us games on that. So obviously bettors are interested in that. So maybe those aren't the best guidelines for it. I don't know. So I mean, bottom line, if you're not making money,
no, you're
not gonna. It's not gonna. Last.
You run out like anything else.
Sure.
I mean, the NBA has the summer leagues where they play all rookies and guys who just come off the street, and people were betting on that. The summer league games. So it's crazy. People are gonna bet on anything.
This is true.
But if they don't get a good,
mean, people bet on what elevator's gonna come up first.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I mean,
about
you know, what kind of people do that?
Who does that?
Want to take a phone call?
Sure.
We got Tom on the line. Tom, welcome to the Penthouse.
How you doing?
Good, Tom. What's up, buddy?
We got a question kind of off the subject, but for Greek. You once were talking about the roulette tables, and you didn't like 00 on
roulette.
The table. Roulette.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. NFL question, stump you. Who was the last NFL player to wear 00?
I think Jim Otto for the Oakland Raiders.
No.
Okay, then who was it?
Kenny Burrows.
Oh, Kenny Burrow for Houston, the wide receiver.
Yeah.
Yep, Kenny Burrow. Yep, you did. I went with Jim Otto, older school, but Kenny Burrow played right about the same time as Otto, to be honest with you. I think Kenny Burrow played maybe 5 or 10 years later.
All right, that's all I have. Just trying to stump you.
You did, buddy. Good job.
Nice job, Tom. Thanks for calling.
And thanks for listening. 877-927-6969. You want to stump Greek? Give us a call.
Stump the Greek.
Not hard to do.
That's actually I will disagree with that when it comes to numbers. That's pretty unusual for somebody to stump you with numbers.
Yeah. I mean,
but that's a very unusual. Well, and even more so, like you could look at that like you might remember it because it's an unusual number. Because I mean, obviously, not too many players ever had 00s.
Mm-hmm. Jim Otto did it, like I said. I had him for the Raiders.
Yeah. But
Kenny Burrow, he is right. He was the last one that wore it. I don't know when. I know Otto retired, I think, early 70s, and I think Kenny Burrow, I don't know when he retired.
Can they use that number today? Or no?
I think they can. I don't know.
Okay.
And I'm not sure. I'm not sure if because the NFL changes the numbers.
Yeah.
And then last year they changed everything, or 2 years ago, where they let certain positions now have different numbers.
Yeah, it's all different now.
Yeah, defensive ends can get single numbers.
That was the big change last year, right? Because we were talking about, Brady had that statement, like, I'm not going to know who's coming after me type thing.
You'll know,
You'll know, Tom. That whole thing, which was really kind of silly. But I know that, I mean, they've been changing. They've obviously had to change the numbering systems for a couple times recently. I remember it was big when receivers could be 0 to 17 or 1 to 17.
Yeah, they changed that.
And that's why, like in my mind, it's 1 to 17 or 1 to 18, one or the other, and then fell in under the quarterbacks, right? Yeah. And kickers were usually in that category.
Yeah, now defensive people can be there.
Yeah, and now they can. And that just does seem odd. I won't lie.
It does.
It's just weird. That's all. Used to seeing them in the 80s or 90s.
Oh yeah, I mean linebackers in the 50s and 60s.
Yep.
Defensive backs in the 20s, 40s. But again, the NFL changes things all the time, and to see a defensive player with a single digit, it's weird. But it happens. Yep. And these guys, what it is, too, it's their favorite number. So they're going to go with it. They had maybe in college. We talked about like Baker Mayfield last week where he paid the punter money.
Yeah, we still don't know how much that was, do we? Because I looked that up. I was curious to see because we were talking about it. And it's like, what is that worth? What is a number worth? How much money can you get from somebody? Because apparently he got it from a kicker, right? Apparently that was his number, too. I mean, that was a big deal for him to give that number up, give up to number 6.
Well, the punter bought it when he got there from somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm sure he said to Baker, you got to at least give me my money back. You know what I mean?
That's something, right? You got to have a little return on investment on that bitch, right?
You
got to.
I'm not taking a loss.
You got to make a couple shekels on that.
It's all cash, baby. I'm not going to lose money.
That's but right. 20 years change, baby.
It is weird, rare that a guy buys a number from somebody who bought the number already.
Yeah, imagine. That probably hasn't happened too many times.
Yeah, when Baker probably sat down, he probably didn't realize it. He goes, by the way, I already bought it. I'm thinking 6 figures. Maybe I'm wrong. but I'm thinking at least 100,000.
I wonder how much.
There's been a
That
couple.
is very, very interesting, and I don't know if we'll ever find that out.
No, there's been a couple defensive guys that pay like 200,000.
Yeah.
Which is just, you talk about just lighting a match.
Yeah, but when you're making $10 million a year, I
what's
mean, what the heck?
But 200,000 to me is still a lot. Even if I was making 10 million, I'd clear 5. That's a lot but again, it's superstitious. You like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a number you have. But I don't know. I don't know if I would throw that out. It is the Penthouse, and it is it's a Monday.
But it doesn't mean anything to you. See, that's the thing. That's why it's hard to put you there because a number like that wouldn't mean anything to you.
You're right.
Know? So
yeah, you're right. 100% right. How can you relate to it?
Yeah.
It is the Penthouse. It is a Monday. We're going to come back with a trifecta, and then your chance to win tickets to Incubus. So much more. Peace.
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Go on, tell it. Show that damn thing who's boss. Real Radio wants to give you a vacation from inflation by putting $1,000 in your hand. We're talking about $1,000 9 times a day. Listen for the keyword to win $1,000 weekdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio921.com. At the end of each hour, the winner will be contacted by phone, so answer the call, even if you don't recognize the phone number. That's how you get $1,000 in your hand and a little inflation vacation. This contest is brought to you locally by the Glass Chamber, your local smoke shop. Exotic sodas, Delta 8, Puffco, and the newest disposables. Huge selection, best prices, weekly specials, and an amazing staff that will take great care of you. 7 convenient locations. Visit glasschamberfl.com for more.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Happy Monday, everyone. I'm CBS 12 Storm Track meteorologist Zach Covey. Scattered showers and storms first forming across the interior will drift towards the metro areas as we go throughout the afternoon and evening hours. These storms should wrap up just after sunset. Severe weather unlikely. Daytime high temperatures today in the low 90s, feeling more like the low hundreds.
This report is sponsored by Tri-County Metals.
Value, beauty, protection. 3 things that a metal roof from Tri-County Metals will add to your home. With over 50 color options, you will be sure to find the right look for your home. Learn more at TriCountyMetals.com. That's TriCountyMetals.com.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with internet for $30 a month with no annual contract required. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Call or go online today to learn more. Offer ends 8/28/2022. Restrictions apply. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Equipment, installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done, with 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you've ever ordered food for work, you understand. It's different. There's just so much more at stake. Whether it's a meeting, a client call, or lunch with the office that has to arrive at the actual lunchtime, food for work has to work. That's why there's Easy Cater. Food that's on time and as ordered from over 82,000 restaurants. And if there's a problem, rare, you can reach someone in seconds.
Thank you for calling Easy Cater.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but Easy Cater just does. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
If you've been injured on the job and are not receiving the benefits you're entitled to, call me, Glenn Levine, at the law offices of Anajar Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733, and take back control of your life.
Office in West Palm Beach.
An official message from Medicare. Did you know Medicare.gov/care has information about healthcare providers in your area? At Medicare.gov/care, You can find and compare hospitals, doctors, nursing homes, and more. See detailed information on quality of care and how patients rate their experience. Visit Medicare.gov/care today. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Here's to the great American settlers, the millions of you who settled for unsatisfying jobs because they pay the bills. Of course, there is something else you could do if you got something to say. Start a podcast with Spreaker from iHeart and unleash your creative freedom. Maybe even earn enough money to one day tell your old boss, "Hey, I'm no settler. I'm an explorer." Spreaker.com. Spreaker. Hustle on over today.
Wendy's knows everyone hates cold and soggy fries, so they changed theirs to serve them up hot and crispy all day, every day, using only natural cut skin-on fries, prepared to golden goodness and perfectly sprinkled with sea salt. Try Wendy's hot and crispy fries today at participating U.S. Wendy's.
For more information about contests on the station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
We have a crash causing some slowdowns on the northbound exit ramp, 95 to 45th Street. It is off to the shoulder. Northbound Turnpike crashed by Boynton Beach Boulevard. That's not blocking any lanes, but that also could cause you just a bit of a delay. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show podcast.
The European Union has new crypto regulations that will cause more harm than good. I'm Mark Moss.
Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Greek, the girl you didn't go out with this weekend. I think I saw her in the backseat of a Studebaker. I think she said her name was Mingada.
This is Greek Smokey the Bear with a public service announcement. Only you can prevent wildflowers.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
That's why I love this audience and I love this job. Go to our website right now. Go to Real TV. You can see Jimmy doing 17 things with only 2 hands. And you can see like half my head. We might change that, but Jimmy said don't change it now. It looks good. Just
I
leave
know,
it.
but it's been like that since we started. Why change now?
Meow. See, I see it also different all the time.
Shocker.
Like everything else you do. You're right, Jimmy. You know what, pal? You are right. I owe you $100. Like in life, there's a lot of things I see different that are not what it is. And then you go, oh my God, how did you not see that? What is wrong with you? It is the Greek and Jimmy. Franny's out today. Hopefully she'll be back with us tomorrow. We're going to do a trifecta, and then we're going to talk about a house for sale that maybe might be a new studio.
Yeah. I think you're going to buy this house.
Oh, right. I couldn't afford a doorknob. Yankees beat up the Reds. Beat up the Red Sox. No, it's a very expensive doorknob. The Yankees beat up the Boston Red Sox, something severe the last couple of days. Yesterday, they won 13-2. And when you're a Yankee fan, you're beating the Red Sox, it can be 44-0. And you're like, more, add more. Tough weekend for the Sox. Judge, great weekend for him. 33 home runs. Last time a Yankee had 33 home runs by the All-Star break was 1961, and that was Roger Maris. He also got 70 ribbies. Last time a Yankee had that many RBIs at All-Star break was A-Rod. A-Rod had 70 in 2010. So, Yankees, everything's going good for them. They really don't want to break. They would just love to keep playing because they're crushing it. They are 64-28. Over-under on the Yankees, I think it was 94. So, if you got them, man, you only need 30 games. You are definitely licking your chops saying, come on, Yanks, just hold on. And James Harden took a pay cut with the Sixers, and he's going to let them know every single day about it. And I said this when this first happened. So, over the weekend, he was commenting about, the Sixers, and now we can get other players and make us be a deeper team. But James also said, if there's money left on the table, do-re me.
Right on back here, homie.
Homie, give it back to me. Oh, my God, it's so funny. Just at the mic. Oh, my God. Yeah, James said, I want the cash.
Yeah,
cash
bring
left
it back.
over.
Bring it back.
He said, I'm not kidding. He goes, I definitely want it. And if you're a rookie in the NFL, guess what? You probably didn't sleep well last night like me because it's training camp. Rookies report to the NFL today. Next week, the 26th, are the veterans, but the rookies reported to camp. And boy, I got to tell you, the NFL is getting closer and closer. And that's good news for the fans because they love it. And before you know it, today is the 19th, and less than 2 weeks is the Hall of Fame game. And that's always a game that our boy Teddy covers, always tells you to bet the under. There's not a lot of points in that. So he always says to bet the under. So we'll check out the line of the first game, and we'll give you a pick on that like we always do. All our lines are provided by our good friends at DraftKings. 877-927-6969. If you want to get involved in the show, let us know.
Well, Greek, you've been looking for the house, right? You've been looking for a place for the past couple years. I think you found it. Here it is. Here's the house that Greek could buy. Rush Limbaugh's widow is looking to unload his sprawling, longtime Palm Beach home for a record-setting price. The 2.7-acre waterfront compound, owned by a trust tied to the talk show's host, widow Catherine Adams, is being quietly shopped for. I love this. Check out this gap, right? They're saying between $150 and $175 million. So, give or take $25 million.
Yeah, give or take, depending on the offer.
I love that.
And if it's a cash offer. Now, I would only be interested because he had a studio in there.
Well, that would make sense. We could do the show from there.
That'd be awesome.
Located on exclusive North Ocean Boulevard, the property reportedly boasts 250 feet of ocean beach access, and features multiple structures, including a flamboyant 24,000 square foot house. Boy, not bad, huh?
Oh, that's huge.
You get lost in that joint.
Oh my God.
Yeah, how about that, huh? So apparently it's up for sale.
24,000 feet. Wow.
The media mogo paid less than $4 million for the estate in '98, so that's a pretty good ROI.
Oh my God! Wow, I didn't realize it was that much.
How about that?
$4 million in
Huh?
'98.
That's back in '98, though. I mean, you're talking 24 years ago.
Oh my
God. The main house has a salon invoking Versailles. Am I saying that right?
I don't
Versailles, and a replica chandelier from Manhattan's Plaza Hotel.
Oh, that's nice. But it's not worth $175 million. That's a lot of money.
A guest suite was fashioned after the presidential suite in Paris's Hotel George V, and the library was reportedly a scaled-down version of the one at the Biltmore Estate in North Carolina. Real estate agents said the specificity of the home's architecture might attract buyers who would tear it down and rebuild. What? Can you imagine?
Yeah, there would be somebody come in there for $150 million and tear it down and then have to do it again.
Wow.
For another $50 million.
The priciest home ever sold in Florida was $173 million nearby in Manapalin.
Manapam?
I'm having trouble. So what's these words? Manalapan? Manalapan?
I think it's Manapam. Whatever the hell it is.
Manapan?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where a lot of pans are.
Greekapan.
Yeah, Greekapan. I think it could break a record. We'll just throw a bid in just for blanks and giggles.
Yeah, why not?
Throw in
$8.
No, I want to make it respectable. I'll throw in like I don't know, 2,400.
2,400. Yeah, that's how many square foot it is.
They gotta accept all offers.
I love that though. That just blows me away. Well, it's being quietly shopped for 150 to 175 million. Wow, what a gap.
I wonder if you get his gold microphone, because every time they use your show as studio.
Oh, I'm sure that's in the Broadcasters Association. I'm sure they've got that.
Yeah, I'm sure they got in the Hall of Fame. 150 to 175 million. I love it. Quietly shopped.
Quietly shopping.
People are walking right now around in Palm Beach. Oh, would you like to buy Russ's house?
I'll tell you what. It sold me 250 feet of ocean beach access.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Pretty nice, huh?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I bet it's absolutely beautiful.
Breathtaking. I mean, you're talking elite, big people. 1%ers beyond belief.
That's the 1% of the 1%.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. Dude, you're buying a house for $300 million? Then and then you got. It might. I wonder if it needs any paint.
Yeah. Is this thing turnkey, or do I got to fix this thing up?
Do I got to put some mulch down?
Yeah.
The guy who buys it for $275 million, he's at Home Depot Sunday.
Yeah.
Give me 30 bags of mulch.
Christ.
Give me the red. I like the red.
Thought I was going to be able to walk right into this joint.
Oh my God! What do you want for $275?
Well,
that's huge money. I'm going to bet. Let's go with, I think it's going to, real estate has slowed down a little.
Yeah. What kind of mortgage you getting on that thing? You're gonna give it to me 5% or what? I mean, buying power just doesn't have what it was. Now the interest rates are going up.
But how about you buy it 1 month and then you just bail? You're like, I'm done. I'm out. 877-927-6969. Call us if you want to
Who
go.
could afford that? Because that, I mean, like what? Jay-Z, Beyonce? I mean,
Millionaires.
He's talking about Kardashian. I mean, that's even above millionaires. I mean, you got to be more than a millionaire. You got to be 100 millionaire.
Yeah, CEO.
Billionaire. That's Jeff
huge.
Bezos stuff, man.
Yeah,
That's Elon Musk. Buy that joint.
Yeah, you can't go there and like scrape together 10 dimes.
Yeah, there's like maybe 30 people in the world that can buy that.
No, it's definitely a niche audience.
Yeah. I
mean, you're not going to have an open house and have 55,000 people there.
No point. Think you can get an appointment at that open house. Well, I'll tell you what, we always have an appointment every day at 11:45 because we like to give you a prize just to say a small little thank you for listening. And today's prize is going to be a pair of tickets to see Incubus with special guest Sublime with Rome. That show is going to be Sunday, July 24th. That's coming up this weekend, isn't it?
Yes.
At I Think Financial Amphitheater. You can get all the details on this show at realradio921.com. And we also have another chance for you to win there. But hey, why not get this pair right now? Call us 877-927-6969, 877-927-6969. We're going to play a little game, He Said, She Said. I'm going to read you a quote, and you have to let us know whether Greek said it or Franny said it, and I've got the audio to back it up. So give us a call right now, 877-927-6969. Incubus, Sublime with Rome, Sunday, July 24th. I Think Financial Amphitheater. I know you want these tickets. Give us a call right now.
Make it happen, people. And don't forget about this Saturday, Monroe's. It's Christmas in July. Mingada. You don't have to wait till the end of the year to have a girl sit on your lap and be naughty. Get on Rose this weekend. Have a good time. Open at 5 a.m. My favorite spot. Beautiful ladies. 5-star menu and so much more. And it's the holidays at Monroe's, July 23rd. Go there. Have a great time. Big giveaways all night long. And who knows? You might come away with a gift. And and guess what? It's going to be about this gift. It's going to be great to unwrap it. Believe me when I tell you. Special shout out to my good buddy Alan, who's listening. I don't want to say his last name because he gets upset when I say it, so I'll say it in the 12 o'clock hour. But Alan's out there listening all the time. Alan's a great man, a good friend, and he actually told me on Saturday he loved me, and I really, last time somebody told me they loved me, it cost me $1,400. So, Alan, I love you, bro. Thanks for listening all the time to the show. You are aces in my book. You're the full house in my book all the time, just like everybody in the audience. Jimmy's getting people in together, and then we're going to do He Said, She Said. It's pretty simple. How it works is Jimmy will say a quote, and then what happens is you have to say, was that Francis or was that Greek for the tickets? I.e., meaning example of, it might be, I'm going to the track this weekend, and I'm going to wear a saddle on my back. Who said that? Did Francis say it or did Greek? And sometimes you get head faked on these. Sometimes you think like, oh, man, that's definitely Greek or it's definitely Francis. Go by the vocabulary. And if you pick the vocabulary, if you know the way Francis speaks or I try to speak the English language, usually that's a good way to win. People have always said does. And, certain words that we use a lot. Benihana, stuff like that if you hear it, you're like Mingada, stuff like that. Cash is king. When you hear those kind of words, then you might think it's me. And when you hear other words, you might think it's Franny. So it's going to be a great opportunity for you guys. Jimmy's going to get you on, and then we'll bring you on, and it's that simple. And it's time to rock and roll, just like that. 877-927-6969. That is the number 2 call.
And that is the number that JJ called. And JJ is first up to play our game of He Said, She Said for these tickets to see Incubus. JJ, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hey, what's up, guys?
JJ, how are you today? How was your weekend?
My weekend was nice and quiet.
Oh, good. How long you been listening to Real Radio?
About 20 years.
Oh, wow. That's a nice run. What do you think of that Greek kid so far?
Well, Greek is the bottom line.
That's right. That's right.
I'll take it.
And don't Benny his Hana when you say that too, JJ. All right, buddy, we're going to play a little He Said, She Said.
Don't Benny my Hana.
Don't Benny his Hana. That's the bottom line. I know you got to, you know, just do what you got to do. Let's play a little Incubus, a little game of for Incubus tickets here. And we're going to play a little He Said, She Said. I'm going to read you a quote. You got to let us know whether Greek said it or Franny said it. And here is your quote. Ooh, cheese sauce coming up the rear. Ooh, cheese sauce coming up the rear. Did Greek say that or did Franny say that?
All right, fingers crossed. I'm going to say Greek.
That's right.
You know it, baby.
Apparently, Greek knows where that cheese sauce is coming from. It's coming from the rear.
Ooh, cheese sauce coming up the rear.
Mm-hmm, coming up the rear. Was that a horse? Was that a horse? Cheese sauce?
Yes,
It was
coming around the front. Downstream park.
And here comes Rusty.
That's right. It's cheese sauce, cheese sauce, cheese sauce.
JJ, nice job. I'm going to put you on hold. If you would, hang tight for a couple minutes. I'm going to get back with you on a break, and we'll get you set up with those tickets. All right, pal?
No problem. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you for listening.
There you go. That's how you do it right there.
That's pretty good. One and done. That's always impressive when somebody could come right out of the gate and do it.
Mm-hmm.
But hats off to him.
Well, that's somebody that knows you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, who else is going to say, ooh, cheese sauce coming up the rear? I mean, I can't picture Franny saying it. But then again, there are quite a few of them that really, if you sit and think about it, it could be either of you. So, and those are the ones that I usually like to pick because, you know, you make it give you a stumpy a little bit, you know?
Yep. When you sum the phases you see, like you hear, you say, oh, that's definitely Franny, or that's definitely Greek.
Yeah. There's certain things, right?
And then you get tricked out. You're like, ooh. Everybody, I think, wants to say this, but a lot of people can't, if you're honest. Are you good with money? And I don't think it's a thing that people like to admit they're not good with. But some people say it. They're like, I'm terrible with money, or I'm not good with money, or I'm not good, handling money. And what is the number where you spend that you start thinking like, ooh, is this something I got to think about? My dad used to always say anytime you're going to spend $1,000, you should think about it 24 hours at least. But everybody has a different amount that they might say. Like, it could be $50, could be $100, could be $10,000, could be something. But let us know what the amount is when you're spending it that you're like, and also if you have a significant other, what is the amount that you think that you should have to tell somebody? Like, hey, I'm out. I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think? And, you look for that approval. But again, when you're calling somebody, you're asking for it, you're asking for approval. You know what? It might not be a good thing because they might be like, no amount's good. 877-927-6969. And do you respect money? That's a lot of things that experts say. Do you respect money? And a lot of people do not. That's how they get jammed up, and then they end up having a problem. But respect the money if you think you're good with money. And what's the amount that you say, okay, I'm thinking about this now. And like I said, it could be any amount. It could be $50, could be $1,000, could be $500, could be anything. Let us know what you guys have, and then we'll get you on the air, and then we'll talk about it a little. But again, if you're good with it, let us know. If you're not good with us, let us know too. And say, hey, you know what? And there are people, I've heard people say, hey, I'm not great with money. And a respect of money. I didn't respect money for a long time. I didn't. Now I do. But I didn't for a very long time. And then you realize sometimes, like, man, I got to watch this or I got to think about it. But, Jimmy, how would you say you are with money? Would you say you're good?
Yeah, well, I do my best. I mean, it's, I've had to budget myself and I pretty much stay within budget. I've gotten to the point now where I've even tried to turn it around to the point where, because a lot of people usually buy things before they have the money. So, typically put it on credit card or something like that. Yeah. I've gotten to a point now where if there's a purchase that I want to make, I try to get the money first.
That's
I try
smart.
to earn and save the money up first. It's like, I know at some point, like I started doing this a while ago, I know at some point I'm going to need tires for my car.
Yep.
And for people that don't know, obviously Greek and I both travel quite far to work every day.
Yeah.
So I knew that eventually it's, a lot faster than for a lot of people. So I've already saved up that money. That money's already put away. It's tucked.
Yeah,
and it's,
smart.
when I need it, it's boom, it's there, and I don't have to reach into my pocket. And that's the way I've been trying to approach some of my more, if you want to call them luxury items that way, is I earn the money first. I get the money, have it set aside, and then try to plan ahead that way. Next year, Carla and I are planning on a cruise. So we're paying for it now. So
Smart.
That way when the cruise time comes,
that's great.
It's done. It's paid for. We don't have to reach into our pocket. It's all set. It's all inclusive. So it's, again, just trying to do it that way. So, I'd like to say so. I mean, are there times that I pee away money here or there? Probably a little bit, but not too often because I don't have the spare funds that to be able to just throw it away on frivolous things.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not even having the money to throw away. It could be whatever you're doing, and like you said, just put it on the credit card, and you're spending money that you shouldn't.
Well, that I learned. Well, and again, going down a bad road, I learned that one time. I got I had a very bad accident in 1995. And I'm sorry, 96. And when I did, I was out of work for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I really got in a hole, on a credit card hole.
Yeah, it happens.
Because I just, and again, I didn't learn to curb my spending with a reduced salary.
Mm-hmm.
So I really got in a hole. Fortunately, I had my parents, they helped me out, and I got out of the hole. And from that point on, credit cards, I barely use credit cards, which actually can be a bad thing, right? Because if you ever go for a loan,
you need
and you don't have open lines of credit, that can hurt you too. So that's something to keep in mind. But it was when you get into that jam and you finally get out of it, I changed my ways. So typically when I make purchases, that's why I always use my debit card, because that way I know the money is there. I know what I have. I'm not putting myself in the hole anymore.
I like doing that too. Just take it out already. It's done. And I don't want to worry about it.
Yeah.
Like you said, because a lot of times every time you get when have you ever gotten a credit card bill? I know I haven't, where you look at it and you go, oh, that's right. You're always like, oh, man, that seems more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're just in your mind. Because over a month, you don't realize.
And that's why I stopped doing that. I got out of that habit, and then everything is paid for up front.
I mean, even gas, the way it is with gas right now, you put it on your credit card, and you know what? At the end of the month, for somebody like us, you get a $500, $600 bill for the year, for the month.
Yeah, sure.
50,
easily.
50. You're not thinking about it. All of a sudden, you get a boom, $600. Like, wow. How do I owe them $600?
Yeah, you don't think when it all adds up.
Yeah. And then you forget about so much. Oh, yeah, I went to dinner one night, $47, or this was $112.
Well, that's where you really get it. Right? On little stuff like that. You start going out to dinner and doing things like that, or going to the mall and you spend 20 here, 40 there, 30 there, and all of a sudden you turn around and you look at either your credit card statement or even your bank account. It's like I'm down $200, $300, $400, $500. Where'd that go? It doesn't seem like it too.
A lot of people, when COVID came in, they stayed home. A lot of people looked at their bills differently because they weren't going out.
It's like all of a sudden, hey.
Yep. Like a lot of my friends with the cigar bar, they weren't going, but they didn't realize how much they were spending.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, whatever, 35, 40, 80. It adds up.
Sure.
If you go, and you don't realize it because it's just chipping away.
Yep.
And then when COVID came and everybody was home, I heard a lot of guys say to me, like, man, I didn't realize how much I spend. Especially if you're going 5-6 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're good with cash, let us know. Maybe you have a little bit of a style that you could tell us. Say, hey, this is what I do. What Jimmy just said was a couple of good things. He's not buying something unless he has the cash. Or he's going to use his debit card and it comes right out.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's already out, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
877-927-6969.
Oh, look, it's out right now.
That's right. It's already gone.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Yeah. I like when any bill, they're like, hey, we can take it out of your account automatically.
By the way, I'd also like to thank our listeners out there. Always up for a challenge. Our good friend Leon was one person. We had a couple of people call us too, Toot and others that said it's Manalapan. That's how you pronounce that city that I was butchering the name. Manalapan apparently is where that was from when we were talking about Rush Limbaugh's house that is up for sale for a cool $175 million.
Well, if I
come on, Greek, we 24,000 square feet. We can go partners in that. We can buy that together.
Well, how about this?
Speaking of money,
if I buy it, I'm going to change the name of that town. We'll call it Greek Band.
No kidding.
Greek Band.
Shocker.
Are those all G's on your rope? It is the Penthouse. We're going to come back with some fun facts and a lot more on a Monday, baby. We'll be back. Peace.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Your shot at $1,000 is coming up in just a few minutes. It's the Inflation Vacation on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7, presented by the Glass Chamber.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
Happy Monday, everyone. I'm CBS 12 storm track meteorologist Zach Covey. Scattered showers and storms first forming across the interior will drift towards the metro areas as we go throughout the afternoon and evening hours. These storms should wrap up just after sunset. Severe weather unlikely. Daytime high temperatures today in the low 90s, feeling more like the low hundreds.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Red Pilled America is the storytelling show everyone is talking about. This week, we reveal the agenda behind the phrase cultural appropriation and how it's being used to keep you in check. Listen to Red Pilled America every week on the free iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America.
I told you the car market is heating up. I told you I was paying more. What are you waiting for? GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer, paying top dollar. I told my buyers, let's get them bought. We do what we say we're going to do. When we say we're going to do it, it's that simple. 45-second auto bid online. Bada bing, bada boom. That's GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
This is Joe Cordell. In other ads, I've talked about the weighty matters that are on the table in divorce: assets, debts, spousal support, and of course, children. But here I want to talk to you about a troublesome issue that arises early and often in the divorce process, but which attorneys, including myself, say too little about, and that's the cost of a divorce. Yet as important as this factor is, it shouldn't overwhelm the more deserving issues that are raised by divorce. But here are just a few things that Cordell & Cordell is doing to help. We have now reduced our initial deposit or retainer. Also, there's no longer a charge for initial consultations for those who retain. And finally, we now provide on the front end a maximum fee pledge for certain modification and support matters. The bottom line is that to be a partner men can count on, we have to think about all their needs, and attorney fees are no exception.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Miami area attorneys. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. CordellCordell.com. Lisa Card, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Did you know audio memory lasts 6 times longer than visual memory? That's why businesses advertise with iHeartMedia, the #1 audio company in the country. Reach consumers with radio, podcasting, streaming, and more. Make your business a household name and visit iHeartAdvertising.com or call 844-BUY-RADIO. Grow your reach, grow your business. Call iHeartMedia today. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com or call 844-BUY-RADIO.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. But what does that really mean for our clients, for you? It means that when you hire us, you don't just get a lawyer, you get a legal army, almost 800 lawyers alone. That army includes an entire legal team, specialist lawyers, investigators, and a 24/7 client satisfaction staff. Just like if you were going into surgery, you wouldn't trust one person to handle the paperwork, the scheduling, the anesthesia, and the surgery. Have you ever seen a surgeon operating alone and without resources? No way. Why would you trust a small firm with your case? Your case is a big deal to us. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with internet for $30 a month with no annual contract required. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Call or go online today to learn more. Offer ends 8/28/2022. Restrictions apply. Enrollment in EcoBill and AutoPay required. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Equipment, installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
This is WCCR FM, West Palm Beach, Real Radio 92.1, powered by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Been in an accident? Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Good luck from
Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Drop.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Monday. Hope you guys are having a good day and enjoying yourself. A little hot out there. Might be a day for everybody to wear thong underwear. I'm just saying, because it is warm. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
Francis is out. Hopefully she'll be back with us tomorrow. Your chance to win $1,000 9 times an hour. Keyword. Come on, we need somebody.
9 times a day.
Yeah.
Not an hour.
Not an hour. We need somebody, whatever. We need somebody to win $1,000. Wow. Every time our boss comes in, he says, how come you guys can't get a winner? So come on, I want to be able to go, yes, we got a winner. We got Joe or Susie or Diane or Denise or Kelly or Raquel or Kim or Susie. Come on, somebody.
It can happen. Jack from Jensen Beach is one. Sharon from Jupiter has won. Greg from Fort Pierce has won. Barbara from Vero have won. These are all people that have won on other stations in our building here. We want you to win. We want a Real Radio winner. And bonus is this hour's keyword. Go to realradio921.com. You'll see the little window pop up right for you. Enter bonus in there, and you're in the running for $1,000. Come on, we want you to win.
That's right, people. Come on, make it happen. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. If you guys want to get involved with the show, we got a couple things on the table today. Are you good with money? And if you are, tell us something that you do that benefits you and your cash. Jimmy has a nice system that he uses. If you have anything, let us know. We would love to hear it. Now it's time for some fun facts.
It's fun facts.
Well, today is National Caviar Day.
Oh, my God, I love caviar.
One of Greek's favorite foods. So I found some fun facts about caviar. The most expensive in the world is, and maybe you know this too, again, you know how bad I am with pronouncing things, Almas.
I'm not familiar
caviar.
with. I'm not familiar.
Almas, A-L-M-A-S.
Not familiar with.
Caviar from the Iranian beluga fish known as black gold. It regularly sells for around $26,420 per kilogram, according to Guinness World Records.
It's only word for that. Mingada. That's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
26.9.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Almas eggs are from rare albino sturgeon that are 60 to 100 years old. Well, I guess that's why you got to wait for them to age, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
The traditional way to eat caviar is how do you eat it?
Put it on a cracker.
You put it on a cracker? Okay. According to this, the traditional way, though, is on the skin between the index finger and the thumb.
Ooh.
According to this, if it is not suitable, caviar tastes better from a spoon made from bone, crystal, or mother of pearl, as metal spoons can alter the taste. The eggs should be rolled slowly around the mouth until they pop and release flavor.
Nice.
Not the first time, yeah?
No, sirree, Bob Catio.
Although caviar is a symbol of opulence and affluence, and historically the food of kings, the lack of concerns over overfishing in the early 1900s meant there was an abundance of it in the United States. At that time, it was often offered as a free snack with a beer in bars around the world.
Sounds like lobster. Years ago.
Yeah, well, yeah, same type of thing, right? You know,
Yeah.
where at one time it was so abundant.
It's for peasants.
It was for everybody, and now it is, for the affluent. It was usually the cheaper, saltier types of caviar that were served to give people, that's because it's salty, right?
Yes.
So obviously that's something that the bars often use. They give you salty snacks
So you
to
drink.
make you more thirsty.
Yep.
And drink more. Not uncommon in that industry. Another fun fact, eggs from only 3 types of sturgeon, beluga, osetra, and sevruga, can be called caviar. Again, I'm probably butchering those names. Caviar from China is now considered the best in the world and is the choice of top chefs from, I'm just, again, a chef. I'm not even going to try to say his name.
Top chefs.
The best quality and most expensive caviar has larger eggs that are lighter in color. The eggs are also older. Eggs are lesser quality, do not have such an intense fishy flavor. Goodbye, Viagra. Hello, caviar.
Oh, really?
It is said the black pearls are a good remedy for impotence. You will not know till you try. Finally, if you're feeling down,
Probably a little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
than Viagra.
You
Just saying.
might want to go for the blue pill.
Yeah, because if you have that, you might not be able to afford anything else.
Yeah, really. Can't afford to date.
Yeah, I can't afford to take you out.
That's it.
But I am ready.
Feeling down? Reach for a tin of caviar. The ancient Greeks and Romans, of course it was the Greeks,
of course,
swore it cured depression. Scientific studies show that high doses of omega-3, which caviar has an abundance of, are helpful for conditions such as depression. Vitamin A in caviar is good for eyesight, and calcium helps strengthen bones. It is also said that caviar helps improve our immune system. How about that? I mean, it's a healthy alternative, too. How about that?
I didn't know that. Down at the Hard Rock, the new guitar.
And that is your fun facts.
They have a caviar bar where you can go in, a nice little restaurant. It's very small, but it is nice. And there's a couple of restaurants in Boca who have really reasonable, believe me when I tell you, caviar, if you like it, and something like, maybe I think it's like $100 and you get caviar and 2 glasses of champagne. Don't ask me the name of the place because I can't tell you. I can just tell you how to get there, and the grub behind the bar is smoking hot. But besides that, that's all my caviar tips that I could give you guys today. 877-927-6969. Let us know if that's, and it's also, caviar is also, sometimes it's considered something to celebrate, like a big occasion or something like that. Maybe like the Dolphins win their first preseason game.
Oh, that's a good time to break out some caviar. And a hooker.
Now, that's an expensive night. Like Jimmy just said.
Oh, wow.
You might be able to get out of your depression.
Well,
and you might be ready to be up for the big game.
The nice thing is if you can afford either of those two, you're doing all right.
But then you might not have anything left. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call.
Want to take a phone call?
Sure, buddy.
All right. I think he said your name was Below. Is that it? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
What's up?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm calling about my bank account got hacked on June 6th. 5 different transactions. 2100, 2100, 2000, 1800, 1900. And I received a call from the bank. They said, "Did you make a transaction with 2100?" And I'm like, "No." So they blocked my credit card and all of that. Started a claim. I go to check on my bank account and I found all these different transactions. And whoever did it, it says Cash App. Like when you see like on your bank statement, you see it says Cash App. But I go to my Cash App activities. Those transactions are not made from Cash App. So I filed a claim, and the claim was denied. So now Wells Fargo doesn't want to reimburse me for this amount. They say your claim was denied, and we cannot open a new claim for you. I filed a police report. I haven't heard from anybody. They said, like you can order a subpoena.
Yeah.
I called my police department.
Why don't you go in person?
I did.
You went to the Wells Fargo Bank?
Yes. I did. Yeah. So all they did is they just escalated to a different department, which is just a complaint department, and they haven't done anything about it. I'm just confused right now because Wells Fargo blame it on Cash App. Cash App blame it on Wells Fargo. So Cash App, what they're saying is somebody created a different Cash App account, okay, and he linked it to my bank information. That's why I don't see the activities on my Cash App. Like those transactions, I don't see them on my activities. And Wells Fargo, they're saying, since you do business with Cash App and Cash App require Face ID and a PIN number, that's why we're not responsible for that. So the hacker, I have like a limit a day is $10,000.
That's
so
huge.
The hacker reached this amount. That's why they received the call from the bank.
Did you go to the police department, you said, too?
Yeah, I did. I went to the police department, yeah.
And what'd they say?
They said, well, they said, like if you want to order a subpoena, you have to deal with the police officer who did your police report.
Mm-hmm.
So when I talked to the officer, she said, like you have to talk to the detective. That's the one who's responsible for that.
Okay.
I told my detective, he said, oh, it has nothing to do with me. That's with your police department. So I'm lost. I don't know where to go. And my money, I feel like it's lost, but I don't want to give up on it. That's a lot of
No,
money.
you should never give up on money that you lose. Again, if the police department can't help you in Wells Fargo, I don't know where you're going to go. The audience is always great. Maybe there is a number that you can call and get in touch with some different people. I don't know off the top of my head. I would think the police department can help you. That's it's a crime.
Probably the only other thing I could think of is you might have to contact an attorney to see what kind of legal ramifications you have.
I was just going to say that. Get an attorney to look into it. $10,000 is a lot of money. I wouldn't let that go.
Yeah, I was trying to call an attorney, and I just went in Google. I called a bunch of numbers. Nobody wants to take this case. I don't know because they think it's not enough money for them to work for. But I appreciate you listening to me. If anybody who's listening has any idea, they're more than welcome to contact me. Just to get an idea how to get this money back.
All right, we appreciate you listening to us, and I hope somebody can help you out there.
Yeah, best of luck to you, buddy.
Yeah, don't give up on it. It is the Penthouse.
Boy,
it
that
is a
hurts,
Monday.
huh?
Oh, that sucks. I don't care what you lose. It could be 200. It sucks if you're like, what the hell is this when you look at your bank account. We'll be back in a few minutes. Don't forget, you got 9 chances a day to win $1,000, and we need a winner on Real Radio. We'll be back. Peace.
The bad news, the brain isn't all that great at hearing stuff and remembering it. The good news, you can watch us too. Like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 92.1.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Happy Monday, everyone. I'm CBS 12 Storm Track meteorologist Zach Kobe. Scattered showers and storms first forming across the interior will drift towards the metro areas as we go throughout the afternoon and evening hours. These storms should wrap up just after sunset. Severe weather unlikely. Daytime high temperatures today in the low 90s, feeling more like the low hundreds.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries. Wendy's knows everyone hates cold and soggy fries, so they changed theirs to serve them up hot and crispy all day, every day, using only natural cut skin-on fries, prepared to golden goodness and perfectly sprinkled with sea salt. Try Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries today at participating U.S. Wendy's.
What the Florida is brought to you by Knox and Dunn, strong and true Florida rum. Flavor straight from the barrel, nothing added. Try it today.
Here's to the great American settlers, the millions of you who settled for unsatisfying jobs because they pay the bills. Of course, there is something else you could do if you got something to say. Start a podcast with Spreaker from iHeart and unleash your creative freedom. Maybe even earn enough money to one day tell your old boss, hey, I'm no settler, I'm an explorer. Spreaker.com. Spreaker. Hustle on over today.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with internet for $30 a month with no annual contract required. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Call or go online today to learn more. Offer ends 8/28/2022. Restrictions apply. Enrollment in EcoBill and AutoPay required. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Equipment, installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
Hand me that nail gun. Here you go. And here's the fries. Lunch. Who's hungry? You know, maybe instead of loading up a nail gun with French fries to feed the crew, we should just order lunch through Easy Cater. Food from all our favorite restaurants. My bad. On time and as ordered. Delicious. Huh. Load up the hot dogs while I think about it.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but Easy Cater just does. Food for work on time and as ordered from over 85,000 restaurants. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur.
Let's make sure your current payroll provider isn't overcharging you, shall we? First, go to your payroll provider's website to see what you're currently paying. Oh, what's that? You can't clearly see your pricing because your vendor is running a temporary sale or making you call for a free quote? That's unfortunate. If you go to patriotsoftware.com, you will instantly see our payroll pricing for companies with 1 to 100 employees. Well, there you go. At least now you know what you should be paying for payroll. Go to patriotsoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll processing free. That's patriotsoftware.com.
With patriotsoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Doug.
Chances are you're jamming in your car right now. And since Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance so you only pay for what you need, Limu and I are going to show you some safe car dance moves. Hit it. Everybody, check your blind spots real quick. Now hands on the wheel. Put them 10 and 2 and move your head like a bird do. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done, with 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you've ever ordered food for work, you understand. It's different. There's just so much more at stake. Whether it's a meeting, a client call, or lunch with the office that has to arrive at the actual lunchtime, food for work has to work. That's why there's Easy Cater. Food that's on time and as ordered from over 82,000 restaurants. And if there's a problem, rare, you can reach someone in seconds.
Thank you for calling Easy Cater.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but Easy Cater just does. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
From the Racetrack Traffic Center.
Crash in Boca. This is northbound 95 just on the south side of Yamato Road. It's on the right shoulder. Could cause you just a minor delay or two, but we're not seeing any big tie-ups. And still clearing up an accident northbound Turnpike by Boynton Beach Boulevard. That should not be causing you much of a problem. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. If your business is feeling a summer hiring wave, then you need Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
What can you hear on the free iHeartRadio app? Well, let's do it. Everything. Tap radio to listen to live radio stations from across the country and around the world. Need a playlist to fit your mood or set the mood? We got them, from working out to chilling out and everything in between. And nobody has more podcasts than the free iHeartRadio app. Uncover unbelievable true
love. This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Monday. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you guys are having a good day. Thank you for listening to Real Radio. Always appreciate it. Francis is out today. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
And the British Open did finish. Rory did not win. He had a chance on Sunday, fell short, so he did not win. But Tiger Woods played, and he didn't make the cut. So a lot of people speculate about Tiger, his future, where he's going to be at. Should he keep playing? Should he rest? I think he should rest for the rest of the season. And it looks like he has had some comments where he said he's going to pick and choose tournaments that he plays again. Might be the last time he plays the British Open. But I really think he needs to just rest that leg for the rest of the summer and all fall and come back in January, because obviously the leg is not 100%, and I think he could be doing more damage. I know Tiger's probably a hard person, like anybody who's an unbelievable athlete with big, thoughts on everything, and also the determination, the willpower that he's going to do what he can. And God bless him that he's even played, because he almost had a chance to lose that leg. And I think it's a great message for people that, you know what, when you're down in life, you get back up. But at some point, I think you got to just shut it down and say, hey, let me regroup, get strong again, and come back in 6 months. Jimmy, what are your thoughts on Tiger? And do you think he's hurting his reputation, or maybe what he's done in golf by coming up short in these tournaments?
No, I don't think he's hurting his reputation at all. I think he's got a great reputation in golf, and I think no matter what he does, he will continue to have that. If the other stuff didn't hurt him, this certainly won't. And, he's been able to recover from everything else. He's obviously had injuries for quite a while now, and this is no different. The fact of the matter is he just can't seem to be able to play right now, and I agree with you. I think he should just continue rehabbing and not worry about playing in tournaments until maybe next year. But he probably feels that his window of opportunity is closing, and he doesn't want to waste time. He wants to be able to get out on that course. I'm sure there's a little bit of that involved too, but I'm with you. I just seeing him do that poorly, it hurt. It almost hurt a little.
Yeah, he's got such a passion.
I think there was 150 people in that tournament, or 175, and he finished 5 from the bottom. And
didn't do well at all.
Just sort of hurts, when you see that, the great Tiger.
Of course, and I mean that's when you would laugh if you said to years ago when he played in his peak, and obviously certain other times that he might not make the cut. You would laugh. What do you mean he's not going to make the cut? Yeah. Now people bet on it, obviously, because it's a 50-50 shot with that injury. And this injury is more serious than a lot of the other injuries that he had back surgery, and they were all bad. But this is when, God forbid, you almost lose a leg.
Well, it's funny, too, because, not funny, kind of weird funny when I say funny, from the standpoint of you would think that a back injury would be more damaging as far as a golf swing, versus this. This was a bone in his leg, bones heal.
Yeah.
And then, of course,
it was shattered beyond belief.
Yeah, you got to just make obviously it's got all kinds of hardware in there to hold it together, and then you got to make the muscles around that strong again. And I wouldn't necessarily, I would think that a back injury would hurt you more than a leg injury like that. But hey, I don't know. Is this worse? I don't know. But apparently his game just isn't ready to go, and he can't seem to. He has trouble with the distance too of walking.
Yeah, even when he was at the Masters, it was hard for him to walk up and down the hills.
Yeah. He started great, and then he kind of petered off. And
he made the cut at the Masters.
It seemed like it was partially because he had to do so much walking.
Yeah, he made the cut at the Masters, which was great. I think he's still great for golf. Obviously, he's still the name, no matter who's playing or what they're doing. Spoke out last week against the LIV with golfers saying they sold out on the PGA. I think when he talks for golf as an athlete, people are going to listen and pay attention, no doubt.
And that's, his success at the Masters, those first couple of days, I think that's what makes you sit there and go, maybe he can still play, right? So that's that tearing it back and forth. I'm like, is he, can he not? It's just, I don't know.
I think
it's hard to tell because he does have success.
I think what he can do now, and from what I've watched and people have said, and, you read a lot of different, he can play in spurts. I think. He'll play well maybe one day, but to play 4 days consistent at that high level, it's going to be very hard for him. But I think he can play in spurts.
And this one, he didn't have any spurts on this one. There was just, I think he started 6 over for the day
he
on
started
day
bad.
1.
Yeah.
And then when we looked, he was not far into day 2 and he was already down a couple
11
more
shots.
strokes.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
I also don't think that when he's hurt like this and still rehabbing, he doesn't have the capability to come back. You know what I'm saying? It's like an NBA game or any sports analogy. If team's down by 26 in the third quarter, it's tough to come back from that. Yeah. But I think he's fantastic for golf, obviously. What he's done, what he's achieved, and even him getting out there. Again, if you guys got an opinion on it, let us know. 877-927-6969. Some people don't like to see their heroes come back and not be at the same level.
Yeah, that's what's hard, right?
Yeah, so a lot of people get mad. They're like, why is he doing it? Just walk away. He doesn't have to play. But remember, he's playing because of who he is. And that's that passion he has and that extra gear that most people don't have. Because, again, he doesn't have to play golf anymore at all. He just relax, hang out with his family. And if he wants, just relax and hit golf balls in his backyard.
Yep.
877-927-6969. It is the Penthouse on a Monday. We'll come back with a trifecta. Peace.
Real Radio wants to give you a vacation from inflation by putting $1,000 in your hand. We're talking about $1,000 9 times a day. Listen for the keyword to win $1,000 weekdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio921.com. At the end of each hour, the winner will be contacted by phone, so answer the call, even if you don't recognize the phone number. That's how you get $1,000 in your hand and a little inflation vacation. This contest is brought to you locally by the Glass Chamber, your local smoke shop. Exotic sodas, Delta 8, Puffco, and the newest disposables. Huge selection, best prices, weekly specials, and an amazing staff that will take great care of you. 7 convenient locations. Visit glasschamberfl.com for more.
This is Clay Travis. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Blindstar.
Inter Miami's preparing to make a major splash next year. A club executive told a Spanish newspaper they want legendary scorer Lionel Messi in South Beach. Dolphins rookies are prepping for their first NFL training camp and are scheduled to report tomorrow at the team's training facility, with the veterans arriving a week later. And Cameron Smith is squashing rumors he'll take his Open Championship title to the LIV Golf Series, saying yesterday his eyes on winning the FedEx Cup. I'm Scott Davidson.
Need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. And right now, save 45% off any order. Just use code RADIO at checkout. Blindster.com.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Happy Monday, everyone. I'm CBS 12 Storm Track meteorologist Zach Kobe. Scattered showers and storms first forming across the interior will drift towards the metro areas as we go throughout the afternoon and evening hours. These storms should wrap up just after sunset. Severe weather unlikely. Daytime high temperatures today in the low 90s, feeling more like the low hundreds.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries. Wendy's knows everyone hates cold and soggy fries, so they changed theirs to serve them up hot and crispy all day, every day, using only natural cut skin-on fries, prepared to golden goodness and perfectly sprinkled with sea salt. Try Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries today at participating U.S. Wendy's.
The Greek Zone is brought to you by QC Kinetics, 954-787-PAIN.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done, with 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Doug. Chances are you're jamming in your car right now. And since Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance so you only pay for what you need, Limu and I are going to show you some safe car dance moves. Hit it. Everybody, check your blind spots real quick. Now hands on the wheel. Put them 10 in 2 and move your head like a bird do. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
If you've been involved in a slip and fall accident and are not sure of your legal options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 and take back control of your life.
Office in West Palm Beach. From the hosts of the hit podcast Root of Evil and the creators of Atlanta Monster and Up and Vanished comes your newest true crime podcast obsession, Facing Evil. Each week, explore a new crime that deeply resonates with all of us.
This case hits home for me because I am an openly gay woman. But to be quite honest, I think I would have come out much sooner in life if Matthew hadn't been killed.
Listen to Facing Evil on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Would you like to know if you are at risk for Alzheimer's? A new Alzheimer's prevention study is currently seeking adults 55 to 80 years old with normal memory. This study includes a no-cost memory screening and an experimental blood test to detect if you may be at risk for Alzheimer's disease. Those at risk may participate in the study. Compensation available for time and travel. Need more information? Call 833-STOP-ALZ or visit alzpreventionstudy.com. That's alzpreventionstudy.com.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done, with 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Doug. Chances are you're jamming in your car right now. And since Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance so you only pay for what you need, Limu and I are going to show you some safe car dance moves. Hit it. Everybody, check your blind spots real quick. Now hands on the wheel. Put them 10 and 2 and move your head like a bird do. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done, with 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
We have a car fire along 95 southbound. This is south of Indiantown Road, and it is going to cause you a backup at this point. So heads up for that one. Turnpike looking much better in the area right now. Not seeing any big tie-ups if you're heading out along the side streets in the Palm Beaches. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Kelly Blue Book. Kelly Blue Book Instant Cash Offer is an official offer to buy your car. Enter your vehicle or trade it. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car. Schedule a time and drive away with confidence. For all of the hits, KBB.com it.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Greek baby, it's me, Cinnamon. I just saw the house you texted me. My answer is yes. Go ahead, do it. Pull the trigger. Make them an offer they can't refuse. Just imagine me and you at night walking by the ocean. You on Sundays watching all the games. After going 5-0. God, it makes me so hot when you go 5-0. I can't wait to grow up and have our kids in that house. Go ahead, baby, do it. Have a good day, Smoochum.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Best thing about that house is it's big enough you don't have to see anybody, really. You just go and hide. It is the
Great for couples.
I'm getting to couples therapy later. It is the Greek. Good afternoon. Jimmy's in the house.
Good afternoon.
And Frances is out. Hopefully she's back with us tomorrow. We're going to go into a trifecta and then tell you about somebody who worked at McDonald's.
Riders up. It's Creepy Trifecta.
All right, the home run derby is tonight, and Pete Alfonso from the New York Mets is favorite. He's won last 2 years in a row, so maybe he gets a trifecta himself tonight. We'll see what happens. For the New York Mets, first baseman, this kid rocks it. Jimmy, do you remember him in Port St. Lucie?
Yep.
You do?
Yeah, he came up through the system.
Yeah, I know. But do you remember seeing him and everything?
Yeah, I mean, I remember the names,
Okay.
right? You know, because, I mean, it's not like you meet the players and
Sure.
you see faces. I mean, they've got their pictures up on the board when they're batting and things like that. But I do remember the name. Yeah, there's a bunch of names that I recall that we see up there,
Who is the great hitter, too, you used to always say you talk about?
Well, the one that I like a lot is Jeff McNeil.
That's
He's,
right.
He just had him and his wife just had a baby.
Cool.
The other day. But, yeah, he's been doing very well up there.
So the home run derby is tonight. People love it. It's fun to watch. It goes back to the 50s and 60s when they used to do it with guys like Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Mickey Mantle. So they brought that back years ago. People love it. It'll be sold out tonight. It's at Dodger Stadium. So that'll be tonight if you want to check it out. Then right after that, number 2, Derek Jeter. Number 2 has his 6-part series starting tonight called The Captain. Number 2. And Jeter has been involved with social media for the first time his whole life. About a month ago, he went on there and shows a lot of things of his family and his daughters and stuff like that. It's very cool. And if you're a Yankee fan, you're going to want. And then he has a little question and answer thing with fans. They call in, they ask him questions like, what was the best place to play? What was the toughest place? And Jeter answers them. It's pretty cool. But yeah, his 6-part thing is on. Speaking of shows that you watch about careers, The Last Dance was on yesterday morning, and I got to tell you, I watched it again from like 5 in the morning they had it on, and it went on all day until 12 o'clock. I must have watched 4 or 5 of them in a row. First time on a Sunday morning I actually was home. Started off the day, somebody texted me like 6:50 asking me if I was up, and I was like, yes, I was up. Of course, it was a female, and her and I talked for about an hour, and then I watched the Last Dance, and that was fun. But again, tonight, the captain with Derek Jeter, I'm excited for that. I really am looking forward to that. And it's training camp in the NFL. That's right. The NFL opened up training camp today on the 19th for all rookies. So the Miami Dolphins training camp for rookies is open. I did tell you guys, and I'll tell you guys again, on 7/30, that's July 30th, that is the first open practice for fans. If you're a fan of the Miami Dolphins, get down there to a new facility. It's beautiful behind Hard Rock Stadium. It is unbelievable, they say, and there's so much for the kids to do. But that's going to be the 30th. But, yes, the rookies open up camp today in NFL throughout the whole league. So it's pretty cool for people to get very excited. Before you know it, it'll be the Hall of Fame game. And then we'll be on to preseason. And then the NFL opens up on, I think, September 8th. And it's the Rams against Jimmy's Buffalo Bills. So before you know it, and then the 11th is that first Sunday. And our Miami Dolphins are home, I believe, against the New England Patriots. And that is your third trifecta of the day.
Well, we're giving you all kinds of ways to win. We gave you Incubus tickets earlier. We're giving you 9 chances a day to win $1,000. This hour's keyword is bonus, by the way, just as a quick reminder. We're also giving another thing that's going to be happening. It started this morning with our friends at Rover's Morning Glory. And Rover has a little game that they're doing right now. And it's you got to put your skills to the test with Rover's Morning Glory as they present iHeart Festival. Rover's giving away a VIP trip for 2 to our iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas. This is him doing it. This isn't a company thing. This is what he's doing. All this week and next week, listen for your chance to beat the clock and identify a song title and artist from one of the stars of this year's iHeartRadio Musical Festival lineup. Rover will do this each morning for 2 weeks. So, like I said, that started this morning, and you have to be the fastest to identify the song and artist to win your way to Vegas. So this is happening right here on Rover's Morning Glory, Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. So make sure you're tuned in to Rover every morning for your chance to possibly go out to the iHeartRadio Music Festival on Rover.
Thanks, Jimmy. Pay attention to Rover every morning. You'll have a good time with that show. Him and all his guys, they do a great job, and they have fun. So check it out, and you get a chance to go VIP. That is awesome to go to iHeart. First of all, the iHeart Festival is fantastic, but to go VIP, that's another step.
That's how you do it, baby.
That's right. So make sure you listen to Rover. There's a young girl who used to work for McDonald's, and she has put out some videos about things that you shouldn't be doing. You shouldn't be buying the fries, she says. You shouldn't be getting the shakes. And now she's an ex-employee. Now, you can't do it when you're an employee, obviously, because if you do, you're going to get blown out. Now, Jimmy, when you see something like this from an ex-employee, and she had like 11,000 followers, but she did a video over the weekend, and she got a ton of people that turned in to watch it, because, again, it's McDonald's. There's no doubt about it. Something she says about the fries is, I wouldn't buy the fries because everybody's putting their hands in it. But do you think with people, they actually listen, and do you think people will actually not go for an ex-employee's complaint or, thing that she's saying, or he, doesn't matter, would it affect you? Or you just forget about it?
No, I think most people would forget about it and just chalk this up as just an ex-employee that's going off on a rant. I'm kind of curious, was she fired, or was this somebody that just quit and moved on to a different industry? And, because if it's somebody that, when somebody's fired from a job,
sure,
of course they're going to be bitter, right? And they're going to say nothing but bad things about the company, about the management there, about the work conditions, and blah, 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 all kinds of things, right? That happens almost every time. So, you got to kind of wonder how much of that is being influenced in something like this. Or, there's some people that have always said, one of the things about the restaurant industry that's sort of a negative thing that's out there is how dirty the kitchens are.
Yeah.
You know, and how often they get caught up in it. Yet we all still love going out to eat,
Sure.
right? So we still do it. You know?
Yeah, you don't see
it's
the
one
back.
of those things. I tell you, it's an industry that just gets me as to how recession-proof it is, and how a restaurant can have a bad reputation, yet somehow they still stay open in some cases, and and then some places just don't make it. I mean,
a high percentage.
There's a place it's in front of where my parents live in Spanish Lakes on US 1, and when I moved to Florida, it was an RJ Gators, sports bar,
Oh, I remember.
typical sports bar. There was it was a small franchise. They had like 8 stores, and they ended up going out of business and closing up. Just bad business. It wasn't, they were great. I mean, every Sunday I'd go there to watch football, and the place was packed, right? So they've had all kinds of restaurants, Italian restaurants, it doesn't matter what it's been in that same building over the course of the past 20 years. Nothing ever made it. Now there's one there now, a Mexican place, packed all the time.
Oh, good.
Anytime you drive by there, that place is packed. So must have good food, must have good service, must have a good reputation, solid that's out there. Just goes to show it's not always just location,
Of course, you have to have good food.
So if you got a great way of doing it. So will this? No, I don't think that will. Especially when it's fast food. What do you expect at a fast food joint?
Yeah, 877-927-6969. If you got an opinion about it, would it keep you out of it? Say it was a fast food chain or someplace else if you knew something. I think sometimes when you hear a local place gets closed down for a violation,
right,
that affects them. I've seen people be like, "Oh, I'm not going there anymore," and that's different because it's not an employee; it's Board of Health coming in or something like that.
Right.
I've seen places take a big hit, and it could be something very minor, but what it says, you're like, "Wow, look at that!" And I'm not going to go. But I think overall, like you said, and this girl said in the article I did read, she said I left a couple minutes ago. She didn't say she got fired. But again,
so that matters.
Yeah.
That matters because if it's not just a disgruntled employee. I mean, although I'm sure she's still disgruntled, she's leaving for a reason.
Yeah. She said they don't care about you.
And I doubt that it's because she got a better offer somewhere else.
No, she said that she felt they didn't care about her or whatever. And again, it's a very tough business. I mean, you're talking long hours, not great pay, and you're dealing with the public. I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, you got to deal with that. I mean, and it's hard. And a lot of those fast food places are open very late at night, 11, 12 o'clock. People are coming in and out. But if it would affect you, let us know. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call if you heard something. I think locally, if it was a place, it might keep you out of it. If you heard something bad about it, you might be like, you know what? I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go near it because I'm a little worried about what might be in the food or something like that. Or, bad service you're going to get here and there. That's really an opinion. But I think if it's something about the food, it could keep you out. Pete Davidson is a name a year ago. You heard a little, but not much. And now he's all over the place because he's dating Kim K. And right now he is living his best life, he said. I said, you bet you are, Pete. I bet you are. He's always dated a lot of beautiful ladies. Saturday Night Live. He was also a stand-up comedian. They have a lot of his early stuff on there. Where he was, doing early stuff around, New York and different comedy clubs. But right now, he is hot as a firecracker, getting a lot of commercials. Would you say he's one of the hottest guys right now in Hollywood?
Oh, and sure, in pop culture,
Yeah, no doubt about it. Like I said, as the name a year ago, most people didn't know. Only if you were a Saturday Night fan or you like stand-up comedians. As soon as he got involved with, he went out with a lot of beautiful girls. I mean, it's not that he didn't. Couple singers, different ones. That's what I think he was first known for. But now he's at another level when he's dating Kim K. When he starts dating her, forget how many people follow her.
Well, he's in the headlines every day now.
Yeah.
He didn't used to be. I mean, if there was something with the show or there was a great skit, and, or he does a tour where he's doing stand-up comedy tour or something like that. But now he's in the tabloids every single week, almost every day. So he's on the cover of a magazine, and he didn't have that before.
No, and like you said, if he did his comedy act, he was one of 200 guys doing comedy acts. You might have thought a couple.
He's a funny kid too. I mean, he's got a great delivery. He's got great material. I mean, I have nothing against him, and then good luck to him. But I'm with you. I don't think that. I think he's twice what he was only because of that status.
Of course,
when you start dating a Kardashian, you're instantly in the tabloids. You're instantly part of that Hollywood side that is out in the media every day.
Oh yeah, I think the exposure you get is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It could change your whole career. And also, when you date somebody, could that change your whole life? When you change, say you get somebody new and all of a sudden they have a lot of connections or money or fame and everything like that, it could change your life because then you're living a life that you never lived. And they can give you things that you're exposed to that you never were. It happens on a regular basis. It doesn't have to be millionaires. It could be just somebody locally you're dating. All of a sudden, you're like, all right, this is changing. My life is definitely changing. He seems like he's taking it in stride. He definitely does. And he seems like, he wants to.
It's always easier because, I mean, he's well established already. So, I mean, it's not like he's broke.
Yeah.
It's not like you're broke and all of a sudden you're in a situation where, I have newfound wealth and I'm with somebody who can take care of me. I mean, he could take care of himself before this. So, it's a little bit easier. He can kind of get right into it. And obviously he's probably enjoying his relationship. That's first and foremost, right?
Yep.
I mean, he's in a relationship with her. I mean, it doesn't matter what the status is, and that's probably that should be first and foremost. So the fact that all this comes with it, apparently he has no problem with the camera.
No. I mean, he was living in Staten Island with his mom.
Mm-hmm.
He bought his mom a house, which was very nice, and now he's in mansions.
The biggest thing is what he's going to do and how they handle things with Kanye.
Yeah.
And as long as that can stay classy between everybody, then I'm sure that there won't be any issue at all. And soon we'll see them getting married in Vegas like we saw Bennifer.
That's right, Bennifer. 2-1 odds, people. They make it the first year. After 5 years, we're going 10-1. After anything after that, it's going to be 20-1 that they make it. I'm betting they don't make 10 years, but I don't think that's a stretch.
5 to 10.
I don't think they'll make 10.
That window, is that a window? 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
I think that's the window. I think they'll fall in.
Yeah,
I think after 5 years, sometime after 5, before 10.
5 years is a long time to be with somebody.
They'll get divorced.
Yeah, 5 years to be with somebody. I don't care what age you are. And the older you are, I think if those years to me mean more because you should be more sure what you want. You know what I mean? When you're dating somebody in your 40s, 50s, you should know what you want.
I don't know. Hollywood people are different.
Oh, yeah, forget it.
Entertainers, people like that. I mean, it's a different world for them. Just a completely different world.
Yeah, you can't even relate. This is her fourth marriage. So
and what's that tell you?
That's right. She's a bad picker.
Yeah.
Do I think she'll get married 5 times? Yes.
Yep. She will.
We're on that page.
Yeah.
Think she told Ben that last night?
She's what, 50?
Yeah,
something,
51,
right? 51. So, I mean, she got plenty of time to bag another one after that. She's still young. And she looks like she's 30. I mean, God bless the woman. Just got, unbelievable skin.
I love it.
She looks young as hell.
No,
I mean,
she
really,
does.
you look at her. I saw some of the pictures that they posted because they put they bombarded social media with pictures from this wedding.
Yeah.
And, I mean, she is just radiant, and I know a lot of it's makeup too. I get it, but even when you see her without makeup, she is still just very, very, very beautiful.
She's stunning. She definitely is. But again, first year 2-1, not a long shot. 5 years or 10, that's where I think it might crash.
Give me over 5, but under 10.
Give me over 5, under 10.
I'll take that. If that's a category, I don't care what the number is. I'll put $20 on that.
All right, so we'll figure 9-1. You got if you win, you're gonna win $18.
5 years, they crap out. That's all. That's all I need.
You listen every day. Did they crap out? What happened? Then Johnny Depp, we were talking about over the weekend. Last weekend, he was out with his attorney.
Christ, what did he do?
Oh my God, he's so funny. He cracks me up. The whole thing. What could have started to be such a negative thing for him, he's turned into a positive thing. And I do think he does get back with Pirates. I think eventually he goes back and does something else again with them.
That's up to Disney, right?
Yeah, it's definitely up to them.
That's their franchise, so depends on what they want to do. Well, that ended up being a false rumor, right?
Yeah,
they were
$300 million.
I remember we talked about it, and I think we jumped the gun on that one because I think that ended up being a false rumor.
Everybody did.
Everybody did.
Yeah. It came out there. Nobody even checked the source. But why would you today? Because there's no sources.
Yeah.
Everybody puts it. They signed it for $301 million. $301 million. Johnny Depp's back.
That's right. That was the thing because of the $300 million threshold that was mentioned in court.
Yeah, and then everybody was like, oh, it went real crazy. And then it was like, no, that's not true. We're not doing that.
Well, I bet you if they make some sort of Pirates of the Caribbean and he's in it, I'm sure it would crush the box office.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt about it. Mm-hmm. I think so. I mean,
it's a very popular franchise as it was. Now you put him into it, and he just seemed like he's really gained a lot of popularity from this. I mean, it wasn't that he came out looking better than her. like not as bad as her. He actually seems to come out smelling like a rose out of this crap hole.
Yeah, and I think everything that came out with him, people didn't even it didn't stick. They're like, whatever.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of girls say stuff to me about stuff that he did. Like, I don't care. It's Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I mean.
Yeah. It's just like, so what? He did
and
that.
there's alleged abuse there. I mean, that's the part that surprised me. I mean,
right.
A lot, there's a lot of things that can get forgiven from people, but abuse is one that isn't. And apparently he came out of this, I don't know, just looking better than he was going into it. So.
That's for sure. I agree with you 100%. You would think women would be like, he's done.
Yeah.
They had thousands of people trying to go see him every day.
But I guess it just wasn't believable. I guess the stories weren't true. And I really hope that that's the case, because I don't want to I don't want to make light of any sort of physical or mental abuse for that matter.
Well, it's funny with her. You heard a lot of people saying she's an actress and she's up there acting, but you didn't hear it with him.
Only from her.
Yeah, that's right. But I'm saying
she mentioned it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she did a lot. But I'm saying you didn't hear that from the narrative from the crowd or social media.
Mm-hmm.
But you did I seem to read it and see it a lot from fans and people like, oh, she's acting.
She's acting, but not acting very well.
That's right.
It looked poor.
Yeah. She cried on a dime.
And I believe she was the only one that accused him of it. Well, you got to remember he's an actor. Well, but not from the media. That's right.
Yeah. Johnny Depp definitely crushed it when he did something like this. You got a lot going on here in the Penthouse on a Monday. Always appreciate you guys listening to us. Don't forget, after us, it's the News Junkies. Then after that, it's the Greek Zone. We're going to talk a little bit, some betting today and talk about NFL training camps. And Jason Taylor, should his number be retired as a Miami Dolphin? That's something that's going around, and we'll talk about that, Jimmy and I.
And I also want to remind you, too, we got another keyword coming up in the next hour, the 1 p.m. hour. We're going to have a keyword for you. It's coming up just on the other side of this short break. So get that keyword, then go to realradio921.com. When that window pops up for you, you can enter it right there, and you'll be in the running for $1,000.
And you got some Florida stories coming at you, too, in a few minutes.
We do, I got a story about a pilot that did something he shouldn't have been doing. Coming up next on Real Radio.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Your shot at $1,000 is coming up in just a few minutes. It's the Inflation Vacation on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7, presented by the Glass Chamber.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Happy Monday, everyone. I'm CBS 12 Storm Track meteorologist Dan Kobe. Scattered showers and storms first forming across the interior will drift towards the metro areas as we go throughout the afternoon and evening hours. These storms should wrap up just after sunset. Severe weather unlikely. Daytime high temperatures today in the low 90s, feeling more like the low hundreds.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries. Wendy's knows everyone hates cold and soggy fries, so they changed theirs to serve them up hot and crispy all day, every day, using only natural cut skin-on fries, prepared to golden goodness and perfectly sprinkled with sea salt. Try Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries today at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Doug.
Chances are you're jamming in your car right now. And since Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance so you only pay for what you need, Limu and I are going to show you some safe car dance moves. Hit it. Everybody, check your blind spots real quick. Now hands on the wheel. Put them 10 in 2 and move your head like a bird do. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hand me that nail gun. Here you go. And here's the fries. Lunch. Who's hungry? You know, maybe instead of loading up a nail gun with French fries to feed the crew, we should just order lunch through Easy Cater. Food from all our favorite restaurants. My bad. On time and as ordered. Delicious. Huh. Load up the hot dogs while I think about it.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but Easy Cater just does. Food for work on time and as ordered from over 85,000 restaurants. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
Y-Green financing may not be available in all areas and is subject to terms and conditions.
Hey there, it's Jody for Reese Windows and Doors. You know, right now you can get 100% financing and no payments until March of 2024, regardless of your credit, when you finance with Y-Green using Extend Pay. And if you text Windows to 20129, you'll be entered to win $15,000 in new replacement windows. Standard message and data rates may apply. Text Windows to 20129 or go to reesewindows.com.
Are you getting the internet speed you need?
The state of Florida has launched an anonymous statewide study of broadband speeds with a free internet speed test. The results of the study will help guide investments to improve broadband speeds around our state. To take the test and measure your connection speed, visit fasterflorida.org. That's fasterflorida.org to take the state's official internet speed test.
Did you know it takes less than a minute to see if you qualify for medical marijuana? Make an appointment with the medical marijuana doctor at one of 8 convenient locations. Once you qualify, getting your marijuana is as easy as ordering pizza. Click mmjhealth.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code AUTO for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's promo code AUTO. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code AUTO for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code AUTO for a $5 bonus.
So the value of Bitcoin gets chopped in half for those of y'all who are paying attention. I've been telling you, the used cars are going to come down, and it has begun. They're coming down. They're still higher than hell, but they're coming down. Go to GiveMeTheVin.com and grab the high money while it's still available. The bid we gave you last week is not as good as the one you'll get this week. It's time. Sell your car on this high money before it falls all the way down. GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Doug. Chances are you're jamming in your car right now. And since Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance so you only pay for what you need, Limu and I are going to show you some safe car dance moves. Hit it. Everybody, check your blind spots real quick. Now hands on the wheel. Put them 10 in 2 and move your head like a bird do. Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done, with 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
It's major road work slowing us down on the Monday drive. Look out for delays. Southern Boulevard East at Flagler Drive with 2 right lanes blocked. And we have 2 left lanes that are blocked. This is due to construction. Banyan Boulevard East at Quadro Boulevard. While you're out, make sure that you slow down for pedestrians on the ride. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Tri-County Metals.
Value, beauty, protection. 3 things that a metal roof from Tri-County Metals will add to your home. With over 50 color options, you will be sure to find the right look for your home. Learn more at TriCountyMetals.com. That's TriCountyMetals.com.
This is WCCR FM, West Palm Beach, Real Radio 92.1, powered by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Been in an accident? Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Good luck from Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in The Penthouse on a Monday. Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for listening to Real Radio. Always appreciate you guys in the house, having a good time with us every single day. Francis is out today. Jimmy's here.
Hello and good afternoon.
And it is time for some Florida stories.
Florida.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida?
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida? Well, we are going to start with this very sad story. An Indian River County man and Brevard County woman were arrested for human trafficking, according to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. They had mentioned on their Facebook post the investigation into Mark Phillips Dinkles, 33, and Taylor Kathleen Brandt, 19, began in March. FDLE said investigators found that they recruited 3 underage girls to perform sex acts on camera for money. Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody said Dinkles and Brandt allegedly used social media to target girls, including a 14-year-old from a foster home, saying, "I am thankful for the multiple law enforcement agencies that investigated this case, and I look forward to my statewide prosecutors securing convictions for these loathsome predators." Thank goodness. Hopefully I get these people behind bars for a very, very long time. Dinkles was charged with 2 counts of human trafficking, lewd and lascivious battery, use of a child in sexual performance, unlawful sexual activity with certain minors, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device to facilitate the commission of a felony. So, good riddance to them. Next up, we have a story here. Rapper Kodak Black was arrested in South Florida on charges of trafficking oxycodone and possession of a controlled substance. The rapper, whose legal name is Bill Capri, was booked Friday into jail in Fort Lauderdale, where he awaits a bond hearing. The Florida Highway Patrol said in a release that troopers pulled Black over because he was driving a purple SUV with window tint that appeared darker than the legal limit. They detected a smell of marijuana and then searched the SUV and found a small clear bag with 31 white tablets and almost $75,000 in cash.
Mingada.
The tablets were later identified as oxycodone. The agency says record checks also revealed that Black's vehicle tag and driver's license were both expired. Black also was arrested earlier this year in South Florida on trespassing charges. Prosecutors later declined to proceed with that case. In January 2020, then-President Donald Trump commuted a 3-year federal prison sentence the rapper had for falsifying documents used to buy weapons. Black had served about half of that sentence. The rapper is one of the artists in the lineup, too, for the Rolling Loud Festival 2022, which starts next Friday, and he is scheduled to perform on July 24th. And finally, after an allegedly intoxicated pilot was arrested, he landed his plane on Interstate 70 near Grain Valley, Missouri around 2:30 a.m. Friday morning. He has been identified as 35-year-old John Ceasing from Prairie Village. Now, this plane originated in Florida. That's why I included it in What the Florida. The Missouri State Highway Patrol says the plane ran out of fuel en route from Florida to Charles B. Wheeler Downtown Airport and made an emergency landing. Crystal Lippman, a truck driver who was heading west to Colorado to drop off a shipment, witnessed the landing right in front of her. So imagine you're driving this tractor trailer down the road, a road like I-95, right? And all of a sudden this little Piper Cherokee starts landing right in front of you. It's amazing. MSHP Sergeant Andy Bell says authorities believe he was under the influence of drugs and alcohol. The FAA airman inquiry shows Ceasing was only a student pilot, by the way, which means he can't fly at that time of night. So And Sergeant Bell says Ceasing has been released from a local hospital where he was treated for minor injuries. It is now up to the prosecuting attorney to decide if charges will be filed. And I have to imagine they will be, because imagine now you got to get the airplane off the road, you got to tow it somewhere, it's got to get back to the airport where he rented it from. I mean, there is all kinds of a mess that this kid created because he decided to go out for a little quote unquote joyride at 2:30 in the morning in an aircraft.
He's gonna pay some fines.
Oh, he's got a lot of money coming to him. Yeah, to have to pay bills, I should say, not money. And that is your What the Florida.
Thank you, Jimmy. We do it twice a show, 11:05 and 1:05. You want to get involved in the show, pick up the phone right now. Call us, 877-927-6969. We'll take you on. We had a couple things on the docket today that we were talking about. Is it tougher to come back to work in the summer on a Monday or as opposed to the winter? Some people feel it's a little bit harder. And you may, have a thought process that. And are you good with money? That was another thing we talked about. And if you are good with money, maybe you can tell us how to stretch the dollar. We do appreciate that. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call.
Want to take a phone call?
Sure, Jimmy.
All right, let's talk to our buddy Freddie. Freddie, what's going on, pal?
Hey, happy home run derby day.
Happy home run derby day. How are you doing today, Mr. Freddie?
I'm pretty good. Hey, I was going back and kind of looking at the numbers for, lifetime at-bats and career home runs. And I don't know if anyone's talked. Someone must have talked about this somewhere down the line. I just don't think I've ever heard it before.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've got Bonds as the all-time leader at 762 with the number of his at-bats that he has, and you figure out how many at-bats everyone takes to hit a home run, who do you think the all-time leader would be given the number of at-bats that Bonds has?
Is he playing today?
Nope.
I don't know. Maybe
Mark McGwire.
It would have been Mark McGwire?
Mark McGwire, 960.
It's amazing.
Big number.
Yeah, but the thing with McGwire and Bonds and all those guys, nobody respects them because of the steroid issue. And they're just like, none of them are going to get in the Hall of Fame either.
That's true, but you look at, Aaron Judge, if he goes on to hit the number of at-bats, he'd be at 843.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But again, you're talking about staying healthy. There's so many factors.
Yep.
You think Judge will hit 60 homers?
I think he's got a really good chance. I think the ball seems to have a little bit more life this year. I don't know if they've wound it a little tighter or what the explanation is. I haven't really heard it. Giancarlo Stanton would be on pace for 794. Manny Ramirez.
He was good.
Manny Ramirez would have hit 715.
No, Ramirez was good. He killed the Yankees. He was a great ball player. He grew up in the Bronx.
He was very good. I just thought that was kind of interesting. Aaron Judge projects to 843. That's a big number. Babe Ruth projected at 847. And I didn't look back. I was trying to find out how many at-bats Ruth had as a pitcher, and I was going to erase those and see what the number would be, but I couldn't find that number.
Yeah, Bonds played for years.
It was a little interesting little play.
I mean, he played for years. The thing that Bonds' number, again, it's tainted because of the steroids, but also Bonds got walked so many times intentionally.
Absolutely. So did Ramirez. I mean, that's why maybe some of these numbers are a little lower. McGwire, the same thing. You look at the ratios. I remember growing up, and you were talking about Mary Jo Kopechne, and I was a kid growing up there, and it was so funny because, they're just brutal up there. There was the bout of Ted Kennedy that came out after that, and it was, oh, your mother is old, and your father is dead, and your brother is dead, and your brother is dead, and your son is one leg, and your wife is a trunk in your cars and float.
You're crazy.
And that was the bout of Ted Kennedy way back in the day. Did you know, little known fact, about 3 years after that happened with our finest statesman the U.S. has ever seen. Mr. Kopechne was a plumber, and he bought a $3.5 million estate in Rumson, New Jersey. I know you know where that is.
Mm-hmm.
And very high rent district. And so that would be almost, $35-40 million today?
Probably. We were talking earlier this morning about a house that was born in 90. He bought it in 98, right, Jimmy? It was worth $4 million. He bought it for
Rush Limbaugh's house?
Yeah, $4 million.
Oh, yeah. Yes, $4 million he bought it for in 1998. And is now up for sale. And Freddie, hurry in, get your offers in right now between 150 and 175 million.
That's the neighborhood, Fred. And you can keep your boat there too. They don't mind.
It's a nice little window for you to
drive right down that path.
Can I stroke a chick?
Yeah, sure.
You can stroke it all you want. Whether or not it's good, that's another thing. But nice window, like Jimmy said, 150 to 175 million.
God, that's funny. I used to play baseball against Boomer Kennedy, who was one of Bobby's kids growing up. And this was, I was still in grade school. And, boy, his teammates hated his guts. It was just the funniest thing to watch. But a little funny dynamic that went on there. And, the talk back in the day was that she was so wasted that she passed out in the back of the car. And then he took another intern down and went on a packy run. And it kind of makes sense when you think about it because, he certainly would have made a phone call. And, Joe Kennedy at that point in time was still so powerful, he could have probably squashed it. And the next morning, you can see the look, and they look like they've been, they were surprised that this happened.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously doesn't excuse him from what he did.
No, you're talking about Ted Kennedy for the audience.
Yeah, exactly. And so that was kind of the talk on the Cape when I was growing up as to what really happened.
Freddie, we appreciate the call. Enjoy the home run derby tonight. You think Pete Alfonso gets 3 in a row?
Sure, why not?
Okay. All right. We're going to go with that. We'll see what happens and enjoy the rest of the day. And thanks for always listening to Real Radio. It is Real Radio on a Monday, 92.1. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit about Apple TV and the NFL. Is that a new marriage? We'll be back. Peace.
What's a Real Radio podcast? It's Real Radio on demand. Find your favorite show at realradio921.com.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Happy Monday, everyone. I'm CBS 12 Storm Track meteorologist Zach Kobe. Scattered showers and storms first forming across the interior will drift towards the metro areas as we go throughout the afternoon and evening hours. These storms should wrap up just after sunset. Severe weather unlikely. Daytime high temperatures today in the low 90s, feeling more like the low hundreds.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Take the stress out of your job search. Visit ExpressPros.com for jobs from a variety of industries. With more than 850 locally owned offices, the Express team is ready to help you find your next job. Go to ExpressPros.com.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Doug. Chances are you're jamming in your car right now. And since Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance so you only pay for what you need, Limu and I are going to show you some safe car dance moves. Hit it. Everybody, check your blind spots real quick. Now hands on the wheel. Put them 10 in 2 and move your head like a bird do. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Unfortunately, time does not stop for any of us, but when you visit Begin a New Med, Jupiter's premier luxury med spa, you will sure feel like you did reverse those hands of time. Hey, this is Franny. As you age, you may notice a lack of libido, weight gain, hair loss, and for most, some exhaustion. But what if I told you that Begin a New Med Spa could help fix all of that? They have an excellent sexual health program with a wide range of solutions to improve your sexual health and make you and your partner happy again. If you're dealing with hair loss, their platelet-rich plasma therapy helps stimulate hair growth, no need to undergo surgery, and hair transplants. And if you're dealing with fatigue, low libido, weight gain, or difficulty sleeping, then the testosterone replacement therapy may be right for you. All you have to do is set up a consultation at Begin a New Med Spa, and their incredible professional staff will get you down the right path to feeling and looking your best. They also specialize in Botox for men and laser hair removal and tattoo removal. Check out all they have to offer at beginanewmed.com. That's beginanewmed.com.
Governor Kim Reynolds kept Iowa free during the height of COVID. Get to know Governor Kim Reynolds better on The Truth with Lisa Booth. And make sure to listen to The Truth with Lisa Booth every Monday and Thursday and all throughout the week on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
An official message from Medicare. Did you know Medicare.gov/care has information about healthcare providers in your area? At Medicare.gov/care, you can find and compare hospitals, doctors, nursing homes, and more. See detailed information on quality of care and how patients rate their experience. Visit Medicare.gov/care today. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window, and we would like to manufacture and install your windows. Every single New South window is custom manufactured just for your home. Now you can buy 2 windows and get the third absolutely free. Visit us at newsouthwindow.com or call for your factory direct pricing.
Call now, 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
Real Radio reminds you, in the event of a hurricane and power outages, know that we will be on live to make sure you are prepared and informed. Operation Stormwatch 2022 is brought to you by New South Window Solutions.
If you've ever ordered food for work, you understand. It's different. There's just so much more at stake. Whether it's a meeting, a client call, or lunch with the office that has to arrive at the actual lunchtime, food for work has to work. That's why there's Easy Cater. Food that's on time and as ordered from over 82,000 restaurants. And if there's a problem, rare, you can reach someone in seconds.
Thank you for calling Easy Cater.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but Easy Cater just does. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
From the Racetrack Traffic Center.
It's major road work slowing us down on the Monday drive. Look out for delays. Southern Boulevard East at Flagler Drive with 2 right lanes blocked, and we have 2 left lanes that are blocked. This is due to construction. Banyan Boulevard East at Quadro Boulevard. While you're out, make sure that you slow down for pedestrians on the ride. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries. Wendy's knows everyone hates cold and soggy fries, so they changed theirs to serve them up hot and crispy all day, every day, using only natural cut skin-on fries, prepared to golden goodness and perfectly sprinkled with sea salt. Try Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries today at participating U.S. Wendy's.
This is Alec Baldwin. I'd like to invite you to listen to my new limited series podcast about a true American hero who lived to tell the story of his imprisonment by the Japanese during World War II.
I'm kind of proud of the fact that I'm a survivor. I wouldn't want to go back through it, but I wouldn't trade it either.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Monday. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're having a good day. Thanks for listening to Real Radio 92.1. Francis is out today, but Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon. And if you recognize this song by Jane's Addiction, then maybe this is a contest. It's right up for your alley. And if you think you know music better than most, put your skills to the test with Rover's Morning Glory as they present iHeart Festival. So what's going to happen is Rover's giving away a VIP trip for 2 to our iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas. And all this week and next week, listen for your chance to beat the clock and identify a song title and artist from one of the stars that is going to perform at this year's iHeartRadio Music Festival. So Rover's going to be doing this each morning for 2 weeks now, and it started this morning. So you got to be the fastest to identify the song and artist to win your way to Vegas. And that's only happening right here with Real Radio, Rover's Morning Glory, 92.1, 101.7. Thanks for listening. And good luck. Give that a shot. Listen to him. Find out when he's doing it. Go call in and win. That'd be great, huh?
Oh, iHeart's going to be, festival's awesome. You're in Vegas, one of the best cities in the world, and you're going VIP. So when you add all those things together, come on, that's a perfect trifecta. Who doesn't want to go to iHeart and who doesn't want to go like a VIP and live large? That's what it's all about. 877-927.
Go on Rover's dime.
That's right. 877-927. Can we play?
That's the best way to go, huh?
Can
go
we
on
play?
Rover's dime.
Yeah, we might have to get him to call in this week, see if we can talk to him.
Think maybe you get the bus? You can drive the bus around while you're out there?
Maybe. I don't know if the bus is out there, but you never know.
Yeah, we'll get it out there. Yeah.
That'd be cool. That bus is pretty cool.
That is a sweet bus, let me tell you.
Yeah, it is. 877-927-6969.
Want to take a phone call?
Sure, Jimmy, whatever you got, buddy.
We got our buddy Chris checking in. What is this, Chris? Speaking of buses, bus driver Chris is on.
He knows him.
How about that, huh? Chris, how you doing, pal?
What's going on? I'll drive the bus, no problem. I got you back.
Nice.
You would drive us to Vegas and a Winnebago?
There you go. What?
Hell yeah. What are you kidding me? That would be some trip. We'd have a pool.
How about Tallahassee if we won the Mega Millions? Would you drive us up there?
Anywhere. Doesn't matter.
All right.
I got you.
What's up, brother?
It would be fun. Nothing. I don't know if you talked about it already, but Ben Affleck killed your chances of dating in any near future, had she?
Oh, you mean with J-Lo?
Yeah, it's not going to last.
Yeah.
It's not going to last.
Greek's still in the lineup. Don't worry. He's still in the lineup.
And remember, if you wait around long enough, you might get your shot.
He may be batting eighth, but he's still in the lineup. There's nothing wrong with that either, I tell you what.
Oh, you're so funny. He may be batting eighth, but he's still in the lineup.
Who cares? You're in the lineup.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ben and Jen got married. He's a little mad because I couldn't go, but I said, dude, come on. I got New York Prime.
It was last minute notice.
Yeah. I had the locker room. I had New York Prime last night. I can't.
Some things are more important.
Yeah, that's it. No, we put
Did you hear that they wanted an Elvis person to do the ceremony, and so they got rid of that now? They couldn't get one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
they wanted Elvis.
Oh, wow. She got Kevin Hart.
They waited online with like 4 other couples to get the marriage license and everything. And I was just like, can you imagine that? You're waiting to get married in Vegas, and there's J-Lo and Ben Affleck there.
Oh, my God. You're right.
In the same line, waiting to get married. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, that's got to be crazy.
There's some memories.
You're right. You'll never forget that. And I'm sure you get to ask them to take a picture.
Oh, yeah. I bet there's all kinds of pictures there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Anyway, sorry to hijack your phone call there, Chris.
But we made it better. So what's going on?
No, why not? Nothing. Why not get Elvis? I mean, if their life's already a circus to begin with.
Yep.
Do you think they'll last more than 5 years or less then?
What do you think?
This is the second time, right? I don't know. Maybe they got to work out, but.
Well, this isn't the second time they're married. This is the second time they're together. They were together 18 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Together, right?
They weren't married.
No, engaged.
Hollywood-wise, it might last 5 years. I don't know. I don't know. It depends on, honest to God, with those kind of people, it depends on how much time they actually spend together.
It's like anybody else. That has a lot to do with it, too. I mean, if you don't spend a lot of time with somebody, it could be good or it could be bad. Some of my best relationships were long distance.
Mm-hmm. Some. The good ones.
Jimmy's on a roll today. I don't know if you've been listening. Some.
Yeah, like a bowling ball.
Yeah, some. All your best relationships are long distance.
No, but...
Did you see Tiger play this weekend, Chris?
No, I didn't get it. He didn't qualify, right?
No, he didn't make the cut.
Fine.
You think he should regroup for the rest of the season and come back next year?
Yeah, I think he needs a little more. I think he rushed it. I don't know what his actual, real life physical state is, but he came back from a pretty damn big injury.
Oh, terrible! He almost lost his leg.
Shattered. You're talking about a shattered leg. I mean, not just a broken bone, but a shattered.
No, if they're going to possibly take away your leg, I mean, that's very bad. He's lucky he has it. I never thought he'd be walking again. I mean, on a course, or maybe walking with a limp. But he's just unbelievable what he's achieved. Right. He made the cut at the Masters, but I think right now he should just shut it down for the rest of the year, and then rest and come back next January.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Play in the Honda.
I don't think he should push it. He shouldn't push it. He should just enjoy the fact that he can even walk, and then maybe swing a club. And I think knowing him, maybe he tried to prove it himself, prove it to other people. But what's the rush? I mean, you're not looking to make a living. You've got plenty of money, so.
Well, their mindset is whether it's him, Kobe, Derek Jeter, Tom Brady. Their mindset is different than the average person, and it's even deeper than the professional athlete. They are the top of their game, and they just have that extra gear that they get into, and they want to make it happen. That's it. They're tenacious.
On the normal, absolutely, I would give you that on the normal. But like I said, going through what he went through, it's time to slow down just a little, no?
I agree.
Yeah, we're with you.
Yeah, we're with you 100%.
We're both with you, Chris.
Yeah, I think he's going to maybe now, he said the British Open might be the last time he plays there, but going forward, who knows? He might be like, hey, I still got something to prove. And that's just like Serena. She's playing the U.S. Open. I mean, she doesn't have anything to prove. She's won 20-something titles. She's great. Probably one of the greatest tennis players ever, but they just want to keep going because they believe they can do it.
With his a little bit of and he being Tiger, with his a little bit of an emotional send-off there, it made me wonder a little bit more where, okay, this could be the last we see. At least there.
Yes, and he said that might be my last British Open. Yeah. Because the crowd, like you said, was unbelievable. He got choked up. Yeah. And so we'll see what happens. I mean, the best thing is for him is to enjoy, time with his family, his kids, his health.
Yeah.
And you don't know sometimes somebody like that in a lot of situations if you're doing more damage down the road.
Yeah, you wonder.
When you're pushing it. Because if that was somebody normal that went through that injury, people probably tell him not even to be like walking around. Just be careful.
Right. But we've gone back to this, and it's even happened here local. It's Tiger is Tiger, but my boys, both my sons, they work the Honda Classic every year now. They carried a sign with the score and everything. And the year Tiger played, was it 2 years ago? He walked. It was his comeback the first time.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2 years ago.
I think, yes.
And half the damn course followed him around.
Oh, of course.
Yep. It's just because it's Tiger.
He's the biggest draw in golf, bar none. I mean, and he hasn't played and done well. Forget it. If he's there, people go crazy.
Yep.
And they just do. They don't care what he shoots. They just want to see him. Yeah, obviously they want him to win, but they don't care. Yeah. They really don't.
Yeah, well, I was just tailgating on what he just said about the send-off. Even though he didn't qualify, the biggest, they followed him around and got the biggest send-off.
Of course. Yeah, they love him.
Yep.
Love him. That's all.
And he's good for golf. You know what? He really is good for golf. He's an ambassador. He's changed golf. He's done it all. Yes, he's had some problems off the course. Like everybody listening to this show right now, and me included, everybody's had their problems on and off the field. But I think people love him, and when he's there playing, he's always going to draw a crowd. 10 years from now, he'll still be doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. I see him. I don't think he's old enough. I don't know the rules, but I see him. He should just relax a little and enjoy, do like the senior tour where they play 2-3 games here and there.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do that now because he wants to still play with the regular guys. Yeah, I don't think he wants to go to the seniors.
Yeah, he's probably a bit young.
Yeah.
But again, the rehab is what he needs. Yeah.
Right. He should slow down a little because of his leg and just go and enjoy the game and play the senior tour kind of thing. That's all.
I think he's going to stick and move and play certain tournaments a year, and that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe, the big ones and then go from there. I'm sure he's going to play the Masters next year. Because you know what? He's won it a few times, so no matter what, when you win the Masters, you don't have to qualify, you just get in there. So hopefully he gets back to where he was. Yeah. Do I think he's going to win again? I don't know. Who knows? Chris, we got to run. We're against a break. Always great talking to you, and keep in touch, brother.
Okay. Love you guys. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, peace. Pal. It is the Penthouse on a Monday. We're going to come back with a trifecta, and we're going to talk a little bit about Apple TV. Are they going to get in bed? Maybe the next big marriage, not Ben and J-Lo, maybe them in the NFL. Peace.
Introducing the latest way to hear the greatest station in the world. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Happy Monday, everyone. I'm CBS 12 Storm Track meteorologist Zach Kobe. Scattered showers and storms first forming across the interior will drift towards the metro areas as we go throughout the afternoon and evening hours. These storms should wrap up just after sunset. Severe weather unlikely. Daytime high temperatures today in the low 90s, feeling more like the low hundreds.
This report is sponsored by the Ben Ferguson Podcast.
Is it senior abuse at this point? Coming up on the Ben Ferguson Podcast, Joe Biden clearly has lost his cognitive function. He's basically like a child. So why are we allowing his family to exploit him for their financial gain? I'll explain it. Download the Ben Ferguson Podcast now.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur with words from another happy payroll customer.
So it's very easy to use. From the login and the setup was extremely easy. I didn't have to call anyone for help. I was able to do it on my own. And I love the fact that I can run my payroll and print my pay stubs and then you guys do all of the filing for me. So I get a quarterly report that everything's been filed on my behalf, and then at the end of the year, I can print out my W-2s. So I use you guys. I tell everybody, it's the easiest thing I've ever done. Why anybody doesn't use y'all, I don't know.
Visit us at patriotsoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll free. That's patriotsoftware.com.
With patriotsoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
I've been asked, did you plan on becoming the largest injury law firm in the world? And the answer is no. We set out to be focused on our clients and to have a commitment to trying cases and winning. And when you have those results at trial, you're able to settle most of your cases quickly and fairly. Hard work and client satisfaction was our plan. It worked. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Here's to the great American settlers, the millions of you who settled for unsatisfying jobs because they pay the bills. Of course, there is something else you could do if you got something to say. Start a podcast with Spreaker from iHeart and unleash your creative freedom. Maybe even earn enough money to one day tell your old boss, hey, I'm no settler, I'm an explorer. Spreaker.com, Spreaker. Hustle on over today.
Doug. Chances are you're jamming in your car right now. And since Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance so you only pay for what you need, Limu and I are going to show you some safe car dance moves. Hit it. Everybody, check your blind spots real quick. Now hands on the wheel. Put them 10 in 2 and move your head like a bird do. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
This is Joe Cordell. In other ads, I've talked about the weighty matters that are on the table in divorce: assets, debts, spousal support, and of course, children. But here I want to talk to you about a troublesome issue that arises early and often in the divorce process, but which attorneys, including myself, say too little about, and that's the cost of a divorce. Yet as important as this factor is, it shouldn't overwhelm the more deserving issues that are raised by divorce. But here are just a few things that Cordell & Cordell is doing to help. We have now reduced our initial deposit or retainer. Also, there's no longer a charge for initial consultations for those who retain. And finally, we now provide on the front end a maximum fee pledge for certain modification and support matters. The bottom line is that to be a partner men can count on, we have to think about all their needs, and attorney fees are no exception.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Miami area attorneys. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. CordellCordell.com. Lisa Card, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
Busy in Boynton Beach. Crash slowing us down 95 South at Woolbright Road. That left lane is blocked. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
You may know that the Star-Spangled Banner was written during the Battle of Baltimore, but did you know that it wasn't adopted until 1931 and was written by a tone-deaf lawyer? Be sure to listen to this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in The Penthouse on a Monday afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, and thanks for listening to Real Radio. Don't forget, after us, it's the News Junkie, and then it's the Greek Zone. We'll be talking about the odds on the Home Run Derby tonight. And Jason Taylor, should his number be retired, 99. Jimmy's in the house.
Good afternoon.
Francis is out today, hopefully back with us tomorrow. And we're going to do a trifecta, and I think we've got a couple people on hold. We'll get to all that and Apple TV.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
All right, tonight is the Home Run Derby, and Pete Alfonso from the Mets, he is the favorite in this tonight. He's won the last 2 years in a row. Hopefully he can continue and make a trifecta. It's going to be great. Home Run Derby is always something that I look forward to. Most fans do. It's going to be sold out at Dodger Stadium, and they usually have the kids run around the outfield catching all the balls that don't make it. So looking forward to that tonight of the Home Run Derby. And then it's the All-Star break. Yankees in first place, beat the Red Sox pretty bad yesterday. 2 games, crushed them. They are 64-28. Huge first half. And thoughts of them winning another World Series, number 28, are going rapid through a lot of the Yankee fans. And talking about Yankees.
Fast?
Yes. Rapid. Like Rapids Water Park. Derek Jeter's 6-part series, the captain, starts tonight too, and that's going to be after the Home Run Derby. They're going to touch on his relationship with A-Rod and what was going on.
Number 2, Derek Jeter.
I love that. James Harden said to the Sixers, I took a pay cut. I want you guys to go out and sign some other players. But if there's anything left over, Jimmy, give it to me.
Yeah, send it back my way.
Send it back my way.
I'm hurting.
He's hurting. He only went for $15 million. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny with him, the way he does things and he says stuff. These guys just love to talk. And guess what? The media loves to put it out there. And no move yet on Kevin Durant or Mitchell, 2 big stars in the NBA where people are wondering where they end up. Heater in both conversations, rumor-wise, but there hasn't been anything done yet. Jimmy wants Kevin Durant. We'll see what happens. Maybe Pat will pull the trigger. KD! I love it. Bing!
In the house.
And that is your last trifecta of the day. I love it. Do we have somebody at home?
We do. We have Steve on the line. Steve, welcome to the Penthouse.
What's up, Penthouse?
What's up, Steve?
Steve, how are you?
All right. Hey, I just wanted to bring something up about Tiger.
Yes.
Okay.
That doesn't really get mentioned as far as what his motivation is to keep playing. You know, he has 15 majors.
Yes.
And Jack has 18. And I think that's one of the things that drive him the most, because that's how you judge. That's how everyone judges a professional golfer, how many majors they have.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about it. I think before the car accident, that was definitely there. But I think since the car accident, I think realistically, I don't know if Tiger really believes in his heart he can pick up a couple more. Maybe he does. He is Tiger Woods. He's unique. He's achieved some unbelievable things. But for him to win 3 more majors is a lot.
No, I know. I agree. I'm just saying, but I think that's what motivates him.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah, you're right.
Could very well be.
No doubt. Can't argue with that. That might be the drive behind everything. But again, he knows his leg. He sees it. He's dealing with the top doctors in the world, I'm sure. He has a great team. I just think right now he should just rest for the rest of the season. Just one man's opinion, and come back maybe next January.
Oh, he definitely should. He definitely should take more time to recover, I think. I mean, he's a great golfer, but that was my opinion, that I think what motivates him is being called the greatest of all time, and that would be, you know, winning as many majors or more as Jack. But I don't see that happening.
No, but I think most people believe he's one of the greatest golfers ever, because Jack and Arnold, a lot of people who are big fans of them, well, Arnold more, you know what, as time goes on, you just remember what's vivid in your mind. That's why a lot of times when people compare athletes from generations ago, you don't hear about it. You know what I mean? How many times do you hear Mickey Mantle today? Not as much. People talk about the guys that they've seen the last 20 years, you know, Michael Jordan or LeBron, whatever. But I think this generation and people who've watched golf since his career are always going to look at him as one of the greatest ever.
I get your point though, Steve, because oftentimes championships are what people gauge the level of a person's
status.
Status is a good word, because of that, right? And it's not necessarily the case. Dan Marino never won a championship yet. He is one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game. Is just one example. Jim Kelly is another one. Never won. Got there 4 times. Never won one. Yeah, I see your point though. I mean, we often judge people that way.
Yeah, I just, like I said, I I feel like maybe that's what's driving him to keep playing.
Sure.
That's all I'm saying.
No doubt.
I'm sure it's part of it. If not it's at least part of it.
It's a factor.
It's got to be. Got to be.
Thank you so much for listening, brother.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate your input.
Thank you.
Tell Franny I said, bring her.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, no problem.
Who do we have next?
Next up, we have Evan checking in. Evan, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, Evan. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. I got two quick things. First of all, the home run derby.
Yes.
Wasn't a few years ago that Bobby Abreu won the derby, and what happened? He said that it ruined his swing, and he was never the same player as he was before.
There's been a lot of players, even Stanton one year, who's won it, and they have said that it hurt them in the second half because the swing kills them. He's not the first one who said it, but there's been other players, and that's why some players shy away from it.
Right, but I think Abreu actually ruined his career, because he was, he wasn't the same player as he was after he, I think, got like 40 or something. He was like the first to get 40 or 50, and then that just changed everything for him.
No, players have said it. Some players won't even participate in it. They're like, I'm not getting involved because it hurts my swing. It's a different swing. You're going for a home run every time. And some players, it's not the first time I've heard it. No. It hasn't affected Alfonso, though. He's done great with the Mets.
Gotcha. Now, I got a question. Greek, this weekend, did you go out with runarounds too?
No, I did not. I took a knee on Thursday night. And nice one, by the way. I took a knee on Thursday night, and then last night I did see my friend. He said their date did not go great.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't bad. It's just he didn't think there was a connection either way.
Well, see, I figured you'd go out with her because all those times you paid for it, I figured you'd get one for free now and then,
Well, dinner, yes. I don't know if anything else was going to happen, to be honest with you. I wasn't looking at anything like that.
Yeah,
but
Greek doesn't put out on a first date.
Yeah, you got to earn it. I mean, you know me.
Damn right.
But I was thinking, when I knew how much he liked her, I didn't want to go near her.
So if she was out washing your wheels on your car, then she was a getter for you?
If she was what?
What?
I said if she was out washing your wheels, you would hit it then, huh?
Washing my wheels? I'm not following
on your Benz.
I'm not following the connection.
If she was washing your car.
Yes.
Okay, would that be worthy of her hitting it?
I mean, again, if she likes me and I like her. It depends how the night goes. When I'm taking somebody out, I'm having a good time. Whatever happens, happens. That's the way I look at it, to be honest with you, Evan. I really do.
All right, we won't bother you with your love life anymore.
I always will take any questions. You're not bothering me, bro. I love you.
Hey,
I tell you,
he brings it up.
Yeah. We were telling a good story. It was funny.
Yeah.
If I think it's funny, I bring it up on the show. I thought they were going to give me some Yankee trivia. You going to watch The Captain tonight with Derek Jeter?
Of course.
Well, call us and let us know what you think about it. I know it's a 6-part series, and I know they touch, as the series goes on, the 6 parts, they do touch on his whole situation with A-Rod.
Remember when we talked a long time ago when Bronze's Burning came out?
Oh, yeah.
That was a lot of fun because that was like a 5 or 6-parter too as well.
Oh, it was great. I missed that. You just brought it up. That was like the Laker one last year. Bronx's Burning was awesome. I really liked that. I might go revisit that. Thanks for remembering, bringing that up because I remember that. That was a great one. Those actors really played great.
And we lived the times, you and I. So, we're big Yankee fans during that time.
No, it was great. It really was. Remembering the Yankees as a kid, and that was a great time with Reggie and all them. And it was awesome. It really was. Munson. It was sad, so sad about Munson. But again, it was a very similar situation with the Yankees when Reggie said that thing in Sport Magazine, and then A-Rod went in a magazine and slammed Jeter a little.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's the correlation between the two.
Yep. Without a doubt.
Have a nice night.
I didn't hear you, Evan. I'm sorry.
I said, have a nice night.
Okay, Evan. I didn't hear you, buddy. Thank you for listening. Let us know about The Captain, what you think. We appreciate it.
Take care, Evan. If I can, just one more quick reminder to let you know that all this week and next week, Rover's Morning Glory is giving you a shot for a VIP trip for two to our iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas. What are they calling it? They're calling it the iHeart Festival. So you've got to be able to know your music when you're doing this. Listen for your chance to beat the clock and identify a song title and artist from one of the stars of this year's iHeartRadio Music Festival lineup. Rover will do this each morning, this week and next week, and you have to be the fastest to identify the song and artist and win your way to Vegas. Only on Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Yeah, take advantage, people. Don't forget Rover every morning. Open up your day with some scrambled eggs, a donut, listen to Rover, and a chance to go to Vegas and VIP. Come on, you cannot beat that.
That's the only way to go, right? You know Vegas.
Yeah,
come on.
One of the biggest things people love, and it became part of our language, was the NFL ticket on Sundays. And their contract's up. And they said, Apple's got an inside track. Jimmy, do you ever think will be a time within the next 5 or 10 years where there will be no NFL or NFC, whatever, AFC, on any major channels? It'll be all streaming?
Yeah, I do. I don't know if it will. I think it'll be a bit of a stretch. I think that CBS and NBC and Fox still have deep enough pockets. But I don't know. I could very well seeing more and more of these streaming services taking over. I mean, ESPN, even though it's it's still owned by ABC.
Yep.
I mean, they pretty much got Monday Night Football.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the top 100 every year television shows, in the 80s, it's all sports.
Well, it's a money. I mean, obviously, it's a moneymaker.
Yeah,
so
live TV.
Whoever does it is going to make money. Of course, we know this year it's starting with Amazon Prime has now picked up Thursday night games for a measly $1 billion.
Yeah, I mean, what's
they spent for that? We've been talking recently that the NFL is looking to get their own streaming service.
Yeah.
So that might be a way that you do it. They may end up going that to a subscription service, so where you got to buy that. I hope not. I'm still kind of fingers crossed that I won't have to spend more money just to be able to watch football. Honestly, it's one of the only things that I watch live on television.
What worries me with everything is that when the contracts come up, like next year, it is going to come up, 2023. That these streaming, companies and everything just throw so much money because it seems like they got piles and piles of cash. Not that the networks don't, that they're just going to be like, okay, that's it. Now, the NFL ticket is definitely something different than regular primetime, NFL games.
Right.
1 o'clock and 4 o'clock and night NBC. But it just seems like it's going in that direction, which is pretty scary. It really is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's good or bad. I guess it depends on. If it goes to, it's like right now. Now I am out for Thursday night games. Not that I watched. I didn't typically watch Thursday night games. I'm pretty much a Sunday guy.
Yeah.
But still in all,
You're
watch.
always busy.
I watch from 1 o'clock till till I go to bed on Sunday night. So I'm all day once I'm on. So if they're going to take that away from our regular local channels, I don't know. That might be tough. It depends on what it is. Obviously, if it's a streaming service like Netflix, I already have. Well, okay, I already have it. But still, you're going to start making people buy more and more subscriptions. That's going to be hard.
I gotta say,
they're gonna get it. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
Anything the NFL touches. If they want to charge per game, they can do it, and they'll get it.
Yeah, this question has come up to me in the last 2 weeks more than ever. How do you get Amazon? People are asking me about Thursday nights, and never asked me. A lot of guys I'm out and about restaurants or cigar bars are asking me all the time. Hey, Greek, how do you get Amazon?
Yeah,
I know Thursday nights. They're gonna have to get it in the restaurants and bars.
Yeah,
if you want, and people are gonna want to watch it. They're not going to want to hear like, hey, how come we can't get it? It is the Penthouse.
Well, and that's it. That poses another thing, too, because just because you have Amazon Prime and you're able to get it, can you put it on every television in a bar?
I don't know.
They have, you're talking about a bar that has, 3, 4, 5, 10, 12, TVs? I don't know how they're going to do it.
Palm Beach Kennel Club, 130.
Yeah.
130 TVs. So that's a ton of TVs. I don't know how that's going to work. It's just like when you get a pay-per-view fight. How many is it going to be on? It's interesting, like you said, but it is changing. And they're not saying, again, they could go back to what they have. But the NFL has talked about this in Roger Goodell's office, that Apple has the inside track. Now, that could be just a ploy to go back to them and say, okay, we got X. But you never know what's going to happen. It's very interesting. Thanks for listening today to the Penthouse. Always appreciate you guys jumping in. We gave away Incubus tickets. Jimmy, great job as always behind the mic, be front of the mic, all the stuff you do behind the scenes. Always great working with you, my friend.
You as well, Greek, and thank you for listening out there. Got any parting words for the little Greeksters?
If you got $50 in your pocket, you're only 50 away from having 100. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Enjoy yourself. Don't forget the News Junkie is next, and then it's the Greek Zone. We'll talk about the odds tonight in the Home Run Derby and try to give you a winner. We'll be back tomorrow to do it all over again. Thanks so much, people. Peace.